Chapter 1. In the south of Gotham City, where honest people are piled up like mountains, the street lights are dim. A young man who looks pretty good is sitting on a motorcycle in a daze, staring at the fast food in his hand. FK, am I traveling through time? I became a takeaway novice in this crappy place of Gotham. As everyone knows, Gotham is full of dangers and robberies. Delivering takeaway in this damn place? It turns out that the guy is crazy. Give me the same name, Qin Yu. The original owner dodged a group of hooligans before delivering the meal. As a result, he was scolded by the customer because the soup spilled. He was so depressed that his life just passed like this. Just scolded, what's the big deal? Qin Yu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Chatter, a strange old woman's voice came from behind. It seems that you are also a coward. Qin Yu had goosebumps all over his body. Who? He turned around and saw an old lady with messy grey hair, stepping barefoot on the wet ground, walking towards him weirdly. Qin Yu asked curiously, again? Are you a loser too? The old lady shook her head and said with a deep male voice, no, my little brother Venom is also a loser. We got separated. Little brother Venom? Loser. Qin Yu was stunned, looking at this weird old lady, thinking, this BD can't be the boss of Venom. Is he looking for trouble? Delivering food in Gotham is bad enough, and I have to encounter the man-eating Venom family. Open. The good reviews system has been bound. Does the host want to receive the novice gift package? Receive it. Qin Yu said hurriedly, hoping that this gift package could save his life. Riot also heard the voice, system? What is that? Ding, the contents of the novice gift package. 1. Purify the host once, remove all things that harm the host, and strengthen physical fitness. 2. Martial arts package, Xingyi Iquan, Jeet Kune Do, Tan Leg, etc. 3. 50 square meters of pocket space. 4. Beauty and body shape optimization. Qin Yu felt refreshed immediately. Riot suddenly howled, no, what is this thing? It's actually devouring me. With the last scream, Riot was purified by the system and turned into pure energy. But some of Riot's special abilities are still retained. Super body repair ability. Immune to Ghost Knight's confession sight. Immune to mind control. Qin Yu felt better than ever before, and all the hidden dangers on his body disappeared. He punched hard, the air exploded, and a sharp explosion sounded. Bang! Qin Yu's fist hit the wall on the side of the road, and several bricks were smashed. No injury at all? Awesome! He jumped up again, easily jumping 10 meters high. Qin Yu was overjoyed. Damn, this Riot has become a gift-giving Santa Claus. I really misunderstood it before. With his body upgraded and a system in his hand, Qin Yu was excited about his future. He looked down at the old lady who was occupied by the power of the Riot and found that the old lady was dead. Killing that monster is also a revenge for you. Did you kill her? A crisp voice suddenly sounded. Qin Yu was stunned. He looked back and saw a woman wearing a black tights and a black mask, walking towards him in sexy high-heeled boots. This woman has seductive eyes, plump lips, delicate features, and a curvy figure. Every step she takes is extremely tempting. She has a first-rate figure, thick hair, and a look that switches perfectly between charming and pure. Catwoman? Annie! Qin Yu screamed, I didn't expect that I would encounter such an exciting thing as soon as I arrived in Gotham City. First there was a riot, and then I ran into the famous thief in Gotham City, the peerless beauty Catwoman Selina. Qin Yu immediately protected his wallet. Catwoman felt hurt. In this day and age, even the delivery man knows her? And he's still on guard against her stealing wallets? I'm drunk too. Who is Annie? Catwoman asked in confusion. Qin Yu made up a story, a beautiful woman who wants to be my girlfriend every day. Catwoman shook her head, this trick is too old-fashioned, right? Why do you want to kill this old woman? Qin Yu pointed to the takeaway on the ground. She knocked over my takeaway and wanted to eat me. Catwoman frowned, eat you? I can see that she didn't even bring her dentures, you are kidding. You killed someone just because you knocked over your takeaway, you are so cruel. Today I have to teach you a lesson. Although Catwoman is a thief, she occasionally has a positive outlook. Her long legs kicked out, the movement was elegant, and the angle was weird. Qin Yu leaned back, stretched out his hand quickly, grabbed Catwoman's ankle and pulled back. Catwoman directly split. This leg strength. Enough for me to play for several years. Qin Yu couldn't help but sigh. Chapter 2. A hole. Catwoman was furious. She never expected that this handsome delivery guy was actually in a hole. She pushed the ground hard, and her body jumped up like an arrow, and her left foot successfully escaped Qin Yu's clutches. Like a warrior, she used all four limbs to launch a fierce attack on Qin Yu. Bang bang bang! Qin Yu relied on the skills of Xing Yiquan and Jeet Kun to block and counterattack, which seemed a bit clumsy at first. But he soon regained his feeling. His body, which had been transformed by the riot, had made a qualitative leap in strength, flexibility and coordination, which made his martial arts skills reach a higher level. Qin Yu's movements were light and elegant, and he could easily block Catwoman's attack. Catwoman felt very depressed. Why is this guy getting braver and braver? Is he pretending to be stupid at the beginning? Are all the takeaway guys so good at fighting now? When she realized that she might not be able to solve the problem by force, she put her hands together, placed them on her chest, and began to shout for help, help, help. She leaned against the wall, looking pitiful and extremely scared. The beautiful woman's cry for help quickly attracted everyone's attention. Catwoman said loudly, "This takeaway guy wants to do me, you know." Qin Yu shook his head, "I don't understand." The eyes of the men watching were bright, and they also shook their heads. "How do you? We really don't understand, tell me." Catwoman cursed in her heart, what a virtue the man is. He killed someone. She pointed to the ground. Hey! There was nothing on the ground except the overturned takeaway. The old lady's body had been collected by Qin Yu into the space. Qin Kin shrugged, "Beauty, although I am handsome, your way of chatting up is too low level. Not only did you knock over my takeaway, but you also framed me for murder." Catwoman was so angry that her eyes widened, and she posed in the opening pose of a pole dance, twisting her waist, which was very charming. The several strong men watching were almost scared to death. "I still need to chat up men." Catwoman was very proud. Several women watching began to make a noise. "Brother, you should also show some unique skills. Why don't you also dance on the pole?" Qin Yu shook his head, who would dance on the pole if they were serious? He took off the yellow jacket of the takeaway and tore his t-shirt. "Wow! 8-pack ABS!" The women around screamed. Qin Yu's body has been transformed by the energy of the system, and the lines of his deltoids, trapezius muscles and abdominal muscles are extremely perfect. Catwoman was also stunned. "I didn't expect this guy's muscles to be so good, can I touch them?" Qin Yu wore a nonchalant smile, "I expected you to drool and pretend to be serious." Catwoman subconsciously wiped the corner of her mouth, her face turned red, and she completely exposed herself. Just when she was embarrassed, a group of strong men suddenly appeared on the corner of the street. "The boss said that there will be a big prize for catching Catwoman. Dare to mess with the boss, you are really tired of living." The onlookers were shocked. "Oh no, it's the man with the black mask." The crowd quickly dispersed. Qin Yu shrugged, "It seems you have a lot of enemies." Catwoman cast a glance at Qin Yu, and suddenly leaned close to his ear, "Handsome guy, see you next time." She stepped back a few steps, did a backflip, and landed steadily on Qin Yu's motorcycle. Boom! "FK, no wonder you touched me." Qin Yu then realized that his only property, the motorcycle key, was missing. Catwoman turned around and smiled charmingly, "Honey, you hold it yourself, I'm leaving." Catwoman disappeared on a motorcycle. Qin Yu looked at Catwoman's wallet in his hand, which contained a lot of US dollars, "It's worth touching it." A dozen strong men with gold chains surrounded him, some holding baseball bats, some holding knives, all with fierce eyes. "Boy, you have such a good figure, just to pick up girls." Delivery guy? It turned out to be Catwoman's boyfriend. Qin Yu knew that this group of people were from the Siamese family, and Black Mask was their boss. Black Mask was the big villain in Gotham City, cruel and unreasonable, and it would be a disaster if you offended him. He shrugged, "Everyone, it's obvious that Catwoman just stole my precious motorcycle." A young man with a fierce look said fiercely, "Don't pretend, the BCH just called you dear." Qin Yu looked at the guy with bulging veins, "Who are you? I don't even know you, and you dare to come out to deliver food." The young man was furious, "I am the younger brother of Black Mask Roman Siamese, Sean Siamese." Qin Yu shrugged, "Oh, I've never heard of it." Theon grabbed the baseball bat of his men and smiled cruelly, "You will remember me later." Qin Yu also smiled, "Maybe you will be more impressed with me." The strong men around laughed. Boy, Boss Shan is a black belt master in Taekwondo, you are courting death. Will the screams of handsome guys be more beautiful? Qin Yu curled his lips. Taekwondo? A show-off. Thean stopped talking nonsense and swung the bat directly. The baseball bat slashed down from the air, making a sharp whistling sound, at an extremely fast speed. If it hits a person, the bones will be broken. If it hits the head, it will definitely be a concussion. Chapter 3. Qin Yu not only did not retreat, but hit him head-on, smashing the swinging baseball bat into pieces with one punch. Bang! The hard baseball bat instantly broke into pieces. The pieces flew, leaving a few bloody marks on Thean's face, making him look like a bloody cat. Ouch! Thean screamed in pain, holding his face. Qin Yu would never show mercy, grabbing his hair, pulling it hard, and then hitting Thean's face hard with his knee. Crack! The onlookers around shuddered, the sound of the broken nose was too creepy. Qin Yu kicked Thean again, kicking him away with a bloody face. Now you should understand how powerful I am. Thean was directly kicked unconscious and fell on the wet ground, covered in mud. The other dozen strong men looked at each other, and their hearts sank when they thought about reporting this to the Black Mask boss. Kill this delivery guy. The group of strong men surrounded him, holding sticks, fists, and blades in their hands, and used all of them. Qin Yu knocked down a strong man who rushed up with one punch, and then he pounced on the sheep like a tiger, punching left and right, and scolding them one by one. In less than 2 minutes, more than a dozen strong men fell to the ground and screamed before they could react to draw their guns. Qin Yu clapped his hands, feeling very good. In the past, he could only fight one at most, but now he could fight a group of people at once, and it was very easy. Turning a corner, another large group of strong men rushed over. Qin Yu was too lazy to fight anymore. He took a few quick steps, jumped up, jumped onto the wall on the side of the road, and disappeared in a flash. A big man exclaimed, "FK, this is Yan Country's Kung Fu. Awesome!" In the chaos, everyone lifted Xin into the car and hurried to the hospital. At the other end, Catwoman riding a small motorcycle witnessed everything. This guy was just pretending to be awesome. Humph, is it fun to pretend to be a weakling? She had originally planned to help Qin Yu if he got hurt, but now it seems unnecessary. Catwoman touched herself and widened her eyes. Damn, where's my wallet? I've been stealing things for so many years, and it was stolen. Catwoman was so angry that she fell in the field she was best at, which was the most uncomfortable. A hole, I thought he was taking advantage of the opportunity, but it turned out to be a colleague. I'll remember you. Qin Yu ran to another area, took 2 buses, and finally found his way back to the shabby nest he remembered. This place, a 3-story apartment for singles, is as shabby as a tree. A 40-year-old Yan Country auntie, who is shaking a bunch of keys in her hand and weighs more than 200 yuan, is staring at the door on the first floor like a tiger. Qin Yu, your rent has been delayed for a month. Oh, how come you are so handsome? This ABS, this, young man, do you want to work less for 30 years? I have 3 buildings waiting to collect rent. The auntie's attitude changed, and she began to be shy like a chicken blood. Qin Yu hurriedly took out $400 from Catwoman's wallet and slapped it on the table. Landlord auntie, the rent is for you. Qin Yu couldn't stand the landlord auntie's fiery eyes, and went upstairs quickly. Behind him, he could still hear the disappointed voice of the landlady, "Hey, why doesn't this young man know how to do things?" Qin Yu recalled the memory of the original guy. Fortunately, the guy was quite self-respecting and didn't make himself too disgusting for the rent. Who doesn't know how to do things? A 200-pound auntie is really heavy. He returned to his own shabby nest and closed the door. It was a simple single room with a separate bathroom. The house was barely clean. It seems that the original owner was quite hygienic. Qin Yu looked through Catwoman's wallet. There were more than $500 left in it, and no other documents. That's right, who would bring their ID when stealing? Qin Yu began to study his system. Can you become stronger if your good reviews increase? He opened the system and found that there was another panel, Host, Qin Yu, Chi and Blood 40, Agility 45, Spirit 42, Average of Ordinary People 8, Host Reputation, Unknown, even the gangsters in the southern part of Gotham don't know you. His physical data is 5 times stronger than that of an ordinary person. In fact, Qin Yu can easily kill a group of strong men. System, How can I complete the task and become stronger? Ding, the host is a takeaway boy of honor. He gets good reviews by delivering takeaways and his physical values are improved. Getting stronger by getting good reviews? I like this operation. Ding, there are superheroes everywhere in this world. The host delivers takeaways and runs errands. If he gets good reviews from them, he can get better rewards, such as magical powers and superpowers. The system will help the host get the orders of superheroes first. Now it can only grab the orders from the southern part of Gotham. If you want more orders, the host must improve his reputation and influence. Then you still have to be a takeaway boy and an errand boy. Superhero? Batman counts as one, and Catwoman. With the system, Qin Yu plans to get stronger quickly. He knows from the memories of the original owner that Bruce Wayne in Gotham and Tony Stark in the Big Apple are both synonymous with top rich people. Batman and Iron Man are here, and Thanos and Darkseid will show up soon. Qin Yu could only shake his head helplessly. This thing has nothing to do with him. He is just a delivery man. When the sky collapses and the earth breaks, there will always be a superhero rushing up. I will quietly make a small fortune, embrace the beauty, hold Catwoman on the left and Black Widow on the right. Isn't it more fun? After taking a bath, he slept comfortably. Chapter 4. The next day at noon, Qin Yu gritted his teeth, endured Aunt Shi's eyes that could burn people, and ran out of the door. Oh my god, Aunt Shi's eyes can kill people. He muttered, my precious little motorcycle is still in the hands of Catwoman. Deciding to find some comfort for his stomach, Qin Yu followed the habit of the guy before and went straight to the Seventh Heaven bar on Kiffin Street. This bar not only sells alcohol, but also provides food. The guy used to come here all the time, mainly for the bar owner. Qin Yu pushed the door in. This place is similar to other bars. The decoration is simple, with flying darts, old game consoles and tables and chairs. But the difference here is the owner at the bar. She is Tifa, yes, the Tifa in Final Fantasy. Hey, Qin Yu, long time no see. The owner Tifa greeted him with a smile. Her smile is really healing. Even an old-fashioned person like Qin Yu couldn't help but sigh that Tifa's smile can really make people feel good. He looked at Tifa, with willow eyebrows, almond eyes, cherry mouth, and long black hair, which made people feel soft. Qin Yu walked a few steps closer and continued to admire Tifa, her well-proportioned long legs and waist without a trace of fat, which was simply perfect. Oh my god, this is simply the best. The original guy has been secretly in love with the boss lady for a long time, and last month he vowed to work hard to make money and pursue her. It has been a month since he came. Tifa suddenly screamed, with stars in her eyes, wow, Qin Yu, how come you are getting more and more handsome? Suddenly handsome. Qin Yu smiled, I also feel that I have changed. Starting from last night, I became a real man. Tifa squinted and smiled more playfully, really? Which lucky girl? I am so jealous. Qin Yu sat at the bar, don't think about it, boss lady, I mean I went to fight last night, 1 on 10. Tifa blushed and rolled her eyes at him, I knew you were fooling me, or the same as before. Qin Yu nodded, and soon, a freshly made sandwich and orange juice were served. Tifa leaned on the bar, holding her face with both hands, looking intoxicated, really, you have become much more handsome, with sharp edges and corners. Who blessed you? Qin Yu looked up and down at Tifa's perfect figure while eating a sandwich, and said with a smile, do you want to see my newly trained abdominal muscles? Tifa rolled her eyes at him, don't talk nonsense, you drank too much last time and took off your t-shirt. To be honest, there is really nothing to see except being thin. Qin Yu put down the sandwich directly and lifted up his t-shirt. Ouch! She was startled and her face turned red all of a sudden. How did you train this? These muscles are so handsome. I haven't seen you for a month. Did you go to practice this specifically? Tifa stuttered a little, her eyes wandered, and she looked like a deer beating wildly. Qin Yu thought, Tifa has a hot body, but she is so shy inside, this contrast is so cute that it is unbearable. The guests in the bar started to make a fuss. Boss lady, why don't you two find a place? Is this guy your boyfriend? A perfect match made in heaven. Tifa was even more embarrassed. Qin Yu smiled and said, don't make a fuss, I'm just a delivery man, and I love to deliver takeout to the boss lady. The guests still refused to give in. Someone continued, the delivery guys are pretty awesome lately. Last night, a delivery guy beat up a bunch of strong men. The guy with the black mask was sent to the hospital. Someone even recorded a video, but didn't take a picture of his face. His movements were so cool. I heard that the delivery guy is hooking up with Catwoman. Tifa whispered, Qin Yu, it's not you, is it? Qin Yu smiled, what do you think? Tifa glared at him, humph, it's not enough to care about you, forget it. Just then, Tifa took a takeout order and ran to the kitchen to get busy. Qin Yu took out his phone and took an order. 10 minutes later, Tifa took out 2 barbecue burgers and 2 chicken drumstick rice, smiled sweetly, here, it's nearby, just a block away. Qin Yu took it and touched Tifa's hand. Tifa pouted, you rascal. Qin Yu then remembered that his beloved car was still parked at Catwoman's place. Well, boss lady, lend me your scooter. Tifa rolled her eyes and handed over the key, you delivery man, you don't even have a scooter. Qin Yu took the key, shook his hand again, and rushed out in a hurry. Tifa. Is Qin Yu possessed by a ghost? Why is he so bad, but he looks so handsome? Another block, on the 3rd floor of an apartment, Qin Yu looked at the house number and knocked on the door, hello, the takeaway is here. Qin Yu looked at the big hamburger and chicken leg rice in his hand, Miss Katie? How can one person eat so much? The door opened, and a fierce black man stared at him, full of vigilance, what are you doing? Qin Yu pointed to his delivery uniform, it's obvious that I'm a delivery man. Miss Katie ordered a hamburger and chicken leg rice. Bring it to me. The strong man glared at him and stretched out his huge hand to grab the takeaway. Qin Yu's mouth twitched, thinking, this guy obviously doesn't intend to give a good review. Chapter 5. Qin Yu dodged the big man's hand, Miss Katie has to pick up this takeaway in person, I have to get a 5-star rating. The big man got angry, hey, you delivery man, stop talking nonsense and give me the food. Qin Yu stood there without moving. Why would he deliver food without a good review? Sorry, this is Miss Katie's takeaway. FK, you are mentally ill, right? Hurry up and deliver it, and go get the next order. The black-skinned big man thought that this Asian delivery man had a problem with his brain. What's wrong? Another thin black-skinned man came over, with obvious scars on his face, and he was not a good person at first glance. Qin Yu frowned, thinking, these two are definitely not good people. Are they here to rob? The thin man stared at Qin Yu, and there was a fierce look in his eyes, but Qin Yu still saw it, there must be something wrong with these two guys. The thin man smiled and said, Katie is trapped in the room, go in and talk to her. Qin Yu nodded, well, I delivered it so quickly just for that 5-star review, I have to meet her in person. The two dark-skinned men made way for a little, and Qin Yu walked in, and the door was immediately closed. In the room, there was a girl tied to the sofa, in her early 20s, with blonde hair, her mouth blocked by socks, and her face full of horror. What's going on? Qin Yu reacted and turned around. The two dark-skinned men had already pointed guns at him. Hey, takeaway boy, put down the takeaway quickly. The big guy seemed to be afraid that the takeaway would be knocked over. The thin man laughed strangely, oh, such a handsome guy is going to die, what a pity. Qin Yu waved his hand, I didn't expect that I was so unlucky today, and I could lose my life while delivering food. I have a final request, can you agree to it? Tell me. The thin black man smiled and said, I want to see what someone wants before dying. Qin Yu nodded, it's probably impossible for you not to kill me, so let this lady give me a 5-star praise. Bang! The three people almost fell down together. Is this delivery man crazy? He would rather have a good review than his life. The girl was desperate and thought that a savior had come, but it turned out to be a madman. The two black men looked at each other and laughed. When we have enough fun with her, maybe she will give you a good review. Now turn around. The thin black man gently shook the gun in his hand, indicating Qin Yu to turn his back to him. Qin Yu shrugged and said lazily, what's the matter? It's meaningless if you don't let me see you shoot. FK, you're crazy. The black man was furious and hit Qin Yu's head with the butt of his gun. Qin Yu raised his foot and kicked the guy's knee directly. The black man screamed and sat on the ground, ah, it hurts so much, my knee bones are broken. Qin Yu advised kindly, don't make trouble, I don't have that much strength. The thin black boy aimed at Qin Yu, shook his hand, and pulled the trigger. Bang! But Qin Yu had seen through his little tricks long ago and easily dodged the bullet. Bang bang bang! The thin black boy fired several shots in succession, but he couldn't hit Qin Yu. It was ridiculous in such a small place and such a close distance. The black man was so angry that he cursed, "Mike, your shooting skills are too bad." Mike got angry when he heard this, and shot randomly again, but still missed Qin Yu. "Damn it, this delivery boy is too weird." Qin Yu stood still and said calmly, "Have you shot enough? It's my turn." He rushed forward and slid to the ground, knocking the thin black boy to the ground. Bang! He kicked the man unconscious. Then he walked to the black man and kicked him again, and he was also solved. Qin Yu clapped his hands, walked over, and took the socks out of Katie's mouth. "Beauty, it's okay." "Wow, woo woo woo." Katie's emotions suddenly burst into tears. Qin Yu helped her untie the rope. "Look, you're okay." Katie calmed down and her eyes lit up. "Wow, you're so handsome." Qin Yu shrugged, "It doesn't matter whether he's handsome or not, what matters is that I saved you, so I..." Katie interrupted him hastily and said shyly, "If you have any excessive requests, I can consider it." Qin Yu was happy. It seems that being handsome is still useful, girls are willing to repay you on the spot. He smiled and said, "I just want a 5-star review." Katie opened her mouth wide, shocked, "You risked your life just for a 5-star review?" Qin Yu pointed to his takeaway clothes, "Do what you love." Katie looked in the mirror and thought about how the two gangsters had been coveting her for a long time. Why didn't the handsome guy in front of her care so much? She took her phone back from the black man's pocket and left a 5-star review for Qin Yu. Ding! The host received a sincere 5-star praise. The task completion rate is 90%, physical strength +1, spirit +2 only 90%? Do I have to meet her impolite request to get 100%? Qin Yu felt that his strength and mental strength seemed to have increased a little, and he was quite satisfied. "Katie, you should call the police." "Okay." Chapter 6. Qin Yu had just received a good review and was planning to get the next job. Katie held him tightly. "Brother, I'm panicking. What should I do if these two guys wake up?" Qin Yu shook his hand. "Don't be afraid. They probably won't wake up until tomorrow." Katie still couldn't let go. 10 minutes later, the sound of police cars was heard downstairs. The police are quite good at responding. After all, this is Gotham City. About a minute later. Click, click. There was a sound of high heels outside the door. Qin Yu looked back and saw a girl walking in. He first saw a pair of black high heels, black stockings, long straight legs, and a tight red skirt that was eye-catching. Looking up again, the waist was so thin that it could be grabbed with one hand, the figure was hot, an exquisite oriental face, sharp eyes, and a heroic spirit. Another leg control? Looks like she has a pretty good figure. The girl pulled out a pistol from the holster beside her leg and stared at Qin Yu vigilantly. "I'm a detective, what's going on? Who are you?" Qin Yu felt that the girl looked familiar and pointed at her takeaway outfit. "I'm just a delivery girl, what about you?" "I'm the detective chief of the South District Detective Bureau of Gotham City, Ada Wong." Ada Wong. Qin Yu was stunned and thought, no wonder she looks familiar, could it be Ada Wong in Resident Evil? He looked at Ada Wong again and found that he really looked like her. "Ada, do you know Jill Valentine?" Ada Wong glared at Qin Yu. "That's my classmate, she loves to show off." "How did you know her? Can you tell me what's going on first?" She felt that the handsome takeaway boy in front of her had a brain problem. This trick is too old-fashioned. Katie quickly told the whole thing. Ada Wong looked Qin Yu up and down. "You subdued 2 armed thugs with your bare hands." Qin Yu shrugged. "In fact, I still have 2 chicken rice and 2 hamburgers in my hand." Ada Wong she put the pistol back into the holster and asked the detectives who followed to control the 2 black people. A black detective said, "Detective, these 2 are old criminals, Jimmy and John, they have several cases of burglary and murder." Oh, Ada Wong looked at Qin Yu again. "Are you really just a delivery man?" Qin Yu blinked at her. "Can I still be your man?" "Go to hell. Are you looking for a fight?" Ada Wong was furious. "You look like a fierce fighter, let's have a fight next time." The detectives around were all worried for the delivery boy. Ada Wong was a well-known fighting master in the South District and even the entire Gotham City Police Department. Qin Yu nodded and said, "If you lose, how about becoming my girlfriend? It feels good to have a beautiful and good fighting girl as a girlfriend." Katie felt very disappointed, and felt that this handsome guy had no interest in her. Ada Wong was quite confident in his fighting skills and asked, "What if you lose?" Qin Yu smiled, "Then I will be your boyfriend, you will make a lot of money." Everyone was dumbfounded. Ada Wong. I have seen shameless people, but I have never seen such a shameless one. She pointed at her eyes, "Boy, I have to keep an eye on you, don't let me catch you making a mistake." Qin Yu shrugged, "You are interested in me so quickly, which is beyond my expectation." Ada Wong. Qin Yu left a confession, said goodbye to Katie, left the apartment, and continued his takeaway career. King Ada looked at Qin Yu's back and clenched his fists, "It's obvious that he is a scumbag. Don't let me meet him next time." Katie sighed, "If I look prettier than this detective, this guy won't be able to leave tonight." Qin Yu completed another takeaway order, only 50% completed. The blood and qi only increased by 0.2. He began to check the system rule understands, delivering food is just a cover, and you still have to run into trouble? This system is really cunning. He rode a small motorcycle back to the 7th heaven, and Tifa greeted him enthusiastically, "Qin Yu, how are you today?" Qin Yu sat down and sighed, "Don't mention it, I went out to deliver food and encountered robbers." Tifa asked with concern, "Are you okay?" "No, I saved a girl by the way, but she entangled me and I almost couldn't come back." Tifa covered her mouth and laughed, "It's really dangerous for you to deliver food with your looks. There are many female perverts in Gotham City recently." Qin Yu sighed again, "No way, if I don't deliver food, what will I eat?" Tifa rubbed her hands and whispered, "As the boss lady of the 7th heaven, it should be okay for me to keep a little white face." "What?" Qin Yu didn't hear clearly. Tifa blushed, turned around and pretended to greet other guests, secretly admonishing herself, "I'm not obsessed with looks." In the bar, the guests began to discuss. "Have you heard that Black Mask's brother Theon was beaten badly and is still lying in the hospital? I heard that he was beaten by a takeaway boy, who is quite handsome. Why would you be a takeaway boy if you have this ability? It would be great to be a big boss in Gotham City. What do you know? No matter how powerful your kung fu is, can you shoot fast? This guy had better run away quickly. When Black Mask comes back from the Big Apple, he will never let him go." Qin Yu heard these discussions, "It seems that I have to get stronger quickly." Ding! You have a new order. The computer in Tifa's store rang again. Chapter 7. Officer Wong from the South District Police Station, "Can I have a spicy chicken leg burger, and that thing, Mexican spicy meat, and hot coffee?" Tifa looked at Qin Yu with a smile and said jokingly, "Qin Yu, I heard that our Officer Wong is not only young but also a great beauty. Should you hurry up and take this order?" Qin Yu raised his eyebrows and said proudly, "I have already taken care of that order. Ada Wong is also considered a half-celebrity. With a 5-star rating, the reward should be good." Tifa felt a little uncomfortable after hearing this. "Hey, what a scumbag," rushing to grab the order as soon as he heard it was a beautiful woman. Qin Yu quickly comforted Tifa, "Boss lady, you know that I only have you in my heart, and I am overjoyed when I see you. You go do your thing first, I have to go to the convenience store." Qin Yu hurriedly left the bar as soon as he finished speaking. Tifa sighed, "Alas, we are really not the same kind of people." She frowned, "Shinra organization, I won't let you succeed." Qin Yu came back with a black bag, took the takeaway prepared by Tifa, rode her scooter, and started delivering takeaway again. When they arrived at the South District Police Station, Ada Wong was busy with documents, and there was a knock on the door outside. "Come in." Qin Yu, wearing a yellow takeaway uniform, walked in. "Beautiful police officer, your takeaway has arrived." Ada Wong looked up and saw, "It's you? Are you really a takeaway delivery man?" Qin Yu shrugged, "I am a takeaway delivery man. To be honest, these you ordered are too spicy, be careful not to get angry." Ada Wong rolled his eyes at him, "It's none of your business." Qin Yu smiled and said, "I just care about my customers. You will give me a 5-star rating, right?" Ada Wong shook his head, "No way. So heartless? What do I have to do for you to give 5 stars? Qin Yu saw from Ada Wong's eyes that there was room for negotiation on this matter. Ada Wong thought for a while. "Katie said you're a good fighter. Let's go to the practice room and fight. If you win, I'll give you 5 stars. Fight? That's not good." Ada Wong tapped the table with his fingers, "Don't want to try? Then I'm not happy, I'll give you a bad review. Qin Yu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Isn't this a clear threat? Since the other party likes to be abused, he won't be polite. Okay, but if you lose, you must give me a 5-star review. Ada Wong smiled, his eyes full of challenges. Even if I win, I'll give you 5 stars. Qin Yu shook his head. You violent girl, can you get married in the future? Ada Wong stretched, showing her curves. Are you afraid that I won't get married? The two came to the training room, and many detectives also surrounded them. This delivery guy dares to challenge Ada Wong. Why don't you just deliver food properly? Why do you have to be tortured? No one in the police station can match Ada Wong, so you start looking for a delivery guy. Wow, this guy is pretty handsome. I think Ada Wong has ulterior motives. As soon as the two were ready, they immediately took their positions and took off their shoes. Ada Wong made a light opening remark. Wait and see, I won't show mercy this time. If you can't stand it, just call a halt. Call a halt? How can a man give up so easily? Qin Yu shook his head with disdain. Okay, come on. Ada Wong's face straightened, and she stepped forward quickly, slashing at Qin Yu with her knife. As her knife broke through the air burst with a sound. Obviously, Ada Wong is not a vegetarian. Qin Yu used the moves of Jeet Kune Do and quickly counterattacked. Her palm hit Ada Wong's wrist and blocked her attack. It hit her right in the heart, and she hit her with one blow. Ada Wong's face changed, and she found that Qin Yu's speed was faster than hers. He used enough force, which made her feel uncomfortable. Her wrist was numb. Qin Yu quickly leaned forward and punched with his right hand. Ada Wong hurriedly blocked it with his fist. Bang! The two fists collided, and both sides retreated a few steps. Ada Wong retreated more, 2 or 3 steps. Isn't this force too strong? Ada Wong was surprised and shook her numb right hand. Come again. She raised her thigh and kicked Qin Yu. Before her foot arrived, the wind from her leg had already blown Qin Yu's hair to pieces. Qin Yu leaned back and dodged. Who knew that this was Ada Wong's fake move? She curled her lips slightly and tried to trip Qin Yu with a sweeping kick. At this time, Qin Yu was standing unsteadily and was about to fall. Swoosh! He jumped up directly, did a backflip, and dodged steadily. Everyone around exclaimed. Awesome, this operation is good. This delivery guy has good waist strength. I wonder who will take advantage of this in the future. Ada Wong also praised Qin Yu's reaction. Not bad. Qin Yu said seriously, it's my turn. Qin Yu moved quickly and threw a long punch straight at Ada Wong. Then Xing Yiquan and Tan Leg hit Ada Wong constantly. Ada Wong could fight back at first, but as Qin Yu hit harder and harder, she could only take the beating. Impossible, how could I not beat a delivery boy? Ada Wong was confused, and the more she fought, the more she fought. She threw a punch, and Qin Yu grabbed her hand and threw her on the back. Bang! Ada Wong was thrown heavily to the ground and couldn't get up for a while. The onlookers all gasped. The fighting champion of the entire police station actually lost to the delivery boy? Ada Wong lay there, staring blankly at the ceiling, starting to doubt. Life. Chapter 8. Qin Yu reached out to help her up as he walked. Ada Wong's pale and delicate hands waved, refusing Qin Yu's help, and climbed up by herself. Hey, I didn't realize you were good at fighting. Qin Yu chuckled, I'm just playing around. Playing around? Are you looking down on me? Ada Wong felt upset. Well, have you fulfilled your promise? Qin Yu looked at Ada Wong expectantly. Bah! Just because you beat me, you want me to be your girlfriend? Dream on. Ada Wong looked at him with disdain. Qin Yu shrugged, okay, stop being so beautiful. If you want to be my girlfriend, you still have to wait in a long line. I just want a 5-star review. Ada Wong was stunned, it turned out that he had misunderstood. She glared at Qin Yu angrily, you're crazy, you won just for a good review. Am I so unattractive? She took out her phone and angrily gave Qin Yu a 5-star review, are you satisfied? Qin Yu listened to the system prompt. Ding, the host received a 5-star review from Ada Wong, with a completion rate of 90%, and received a reward, improved version of T-Virus. Improved version of T-Virus, after use, it can significantly enhance the user's physical strength and flexibility, without side effects. Qin Yu smiled slightly, this reward is not bad. Ada Wong was completely speechless. Oh my god, are you so happy just for a good review? Qin Yu walked over. Thank you for your 5-star review. I also prepared a small gift for you. Small gift? Qin Yu smiled mysteriously. You are on your period, I bought you a pack of sanitary napkins. Ada Wong's face was burning. UBD, that's enough. Qin Yu shook his head innocently. Hey, I just want you to have a better experience, give me the money for the sanitary napkins later. Ada Wong ran away angrily, completely ignoring Qin Yu. Qin Yu shrugged to the people around him. My girlfriend is a little temperamental, don't mind it. Ada Wong, who was far away, almost fainted when she heard this. When did I become his girlfriend? She was shocked and suspicious. How did he know that I was on my period? Qin Yu hummed a little song, left the police station, and rode a small motorcycle to the 7th Heaven bar. Back at the bar, Tifa's perfect figure was mixing drinks at the bar, and the men in the bar couldn't help staring at her. This figure is simply the temptation of a wolf. Qin Yu suddenly shouted. An old lady came with a machete to find her husband. The faces of several guys changed and they quickly withdrew. Tifa poured wine for the guests and glared at Qin Yu. Are you going to bankrupt my place? I took it with great effort. Qin Yu looked her up and down, his eyes lingering on several key parts. Boss lady, you are so hot, I have to steal a battery car to support you. Tifa blushed with shame and scolded. A hole. Your broken motorcycle was stolen, and you still want to steal a car to support me. Qin Yu chuckled. That's because the female thief was too fierce, I was distracted. Tifa's nose twitched. Oh, why do you smell like a woman's perfume? Where did you go just now? Qin Yu shrugged. I went out to run a takeaway. Tifa stared at him. You won't really be a takeaway. Qin Yu, a man can be poor, but he must have some dignity, don't be a gigolo. Qin Yu knocked her head. What are you thinking about? I just went to the police station and fought with King Ada for a few moves. Tifa pouted and touched her head. Humph, you dare to hit me, and you're against Tian Gang. However, she was still very happy to hear that Qin Yu didn't become a gigolo. The two chatted happily, and Tifa laughed from time to time, attracting the attention of the bar guests. Who is this kid? Can he handle the boss lady? Just because you are handsome, you can do whatever you want. The boss lady is also a face control. Cry cry cry. Qin Yu took the time to go to the bathroom and gave himself a shot of T-virus. He was shocked and began to tremble wildly. The drug was too strong. A few minutes later, Qin Yu was sweating profusely and felt much stronger. He checked his attributes. Host, Qin Yu, Qi and Blood 56, Agility 60, Spirit 45, Average 8 for ordinary people. Qi and Blood and Agility have increased so much. It's great. Although it only increased so much, Qin Yu felt that his strength had increased by at least 2/3, now I guess Queen Ada can't beat me anymore. I hope she doesn't make trouble for herself. In a high-end private hospital in the northern part of Gotham City, Theon, lying on the bed, listened to his subordinate's report. Is he really just a delivery man? Bullshit. Theon was so angry that he kept cursing. He was beaten like this by a delivery man. It was embarrassing. Send someone to smash the 7th Heaven bar for me. Throw the delivery man into the sea to feed the fish. Terry, the brain trust of the Black Mask family, advised. Then, the 7th Heaven in Gotham City is the territory of the Avalanche organization. Let's not make things too awkward with them. Many people there are superpowers. Theon was dissatisfied. Then we have to make the delivery man disappear. Terry nodded. That's no problem. The guy has been investigated and his background is clean. Theon smiled viciously. If he dares to hit me, I want him to die miserably. Chapter 9. Qin Yu's left eyelid kept twitching. Oh, is it possible that I'm going to have a lot of peach blossoms? He ran a few more times in the afternoon, but that was all, and he only got a total of 0.6 health bonus. To be honest, this job is really unmotivating. I have to improve my reputation quickly and take those awesome superhero orders. It was already dark, the door of the bar was kicked open, and a hot girl wearing black leather jacket and leather pants walked in. The bar suddenly became much quieter, and everyone's eyes were on the hot girl. Everyone took a breath of cold air. This girl has a great appearance and figure, it's amazing. Tifa gently touched Qin Yu. Look, here comes a beautiful woman. Qin Yu looked back and said to Tifa with a smile, Boss lady, keep an eye on your wallet. Qin Yu held his mobile phone and wallet tightly in his hands, and stared at the girl who came over vigilantly. Catwoman saw Qin Yu's vigilant look and immediately got angry. I'm a thief, okay. Not a thief who steals wallets. She came over and sat at the bar. Give me a glass of your best cocktail. Tifa smiled. Wait a minute. Catwoman glanced at Tifa's perfect figure. Is this why you always come to this bar? Qin Yu looked her up and down. You're pretty good too. To be honest, Catwoman's looks and figure are simply top-notch. Her bright big eyes, her smile is like a flower, and her figure is good. She is simply the best in the world. Catwoman glanced at Qin Yu with her big eyes. As long as you tell me where you hid the old lady's body, I will consider dating you. Qin Yu shook his head. What body? Isn't it in the hospital? Catwoman snorted. Don't come on, I've been to the hospital today to check, the old lady's internal organs are gone, it must not be you. Qin Yu didn't expect Catwoman to be so busy all day long, it's just a trick. Qin Yu took the wine glass, and his mind moved, and the wine glass suddenly disappeared. Catwoman narrowed her eyes. As a first-class thief, her eyesight and reaction were first-class. But she just didn't see clearly how Qin Yu hid the wine glass. She reached out and touched Qin Yu's hand. Hey, where is the glass? Qin Yu smiled at her. Are you very interested in me now? This is not safe. Tisk. I'm only interested in your trick. Catwoman rolled her eyes at Qin Yu and sat back. Qin Yu stretched out his hand, and the wine glass appeared again. He took a sip of wine leisurely. This scene attracted Catwoman's attention again. Catwoman's eyes lit up, and she was full of curiosity about Qin Yu. Qin Yu secretly laughed in his heart. The trick to playing with cats is to arouse their curiosity, and then they will come to rub against you. Catwoman grabbed the wine glass and looked it up and down, left and right. Isn't this just an ordinary wine glass? It's really weird. Do it again, let me see. Qin Yu shrugged. I don't do work that has no benefits. Catwoman frowned. As long as you don't go too far, I can agree to anything you want. Qin Yu thought to himself, this is the nature of cats. If you still don't understand what's going on, then you have to be my girlfriend. Everyone around was dumbfounded. This condition is too cheap for him. Just a magic trick, and you want to get a big beauty. And a good figure. Being handsome has privileges, you can flirt with me at will. Catwoman glanced at Qin Yu. You are really brave. Hurry up, if I see the trick, you have to be my little brother and listen to me in everything. Qin Yu nodded. Okay. The wine glass in his hand moved and disappeared out of thin air again. Catwoman was completely confused. Impossible, how could it be possible? She rushed over and touched Qin Yu everywhere. Qin Yu grabbed her hand and said loudly, what are you touching? Everyone is watching, let's talk about it when we get back. The guests in the bar looked at Catwoman with strange eyes. You are so good looking, why are you in such a hurry? It seems that handsome guys are really rare animals. Come to my place if you can. Catwoman's face turned red all of a sudden, and she shook off Qin Yu's hand. Bah, I'm just looking for a wine glass. Tifa smiled a little jealously, it seems that you are having a lot of fun. She handed Catwoman the cocktail she had prepared. Beauty, Qin Yu just likes to joke, don't take it seriously. Catwoman frowned. Why did the boss lady sound like Qin Yu's girlfriend? She smiled. This guy even lent me his motorcycle last night, saying that it was unsafe at night. I really don't understand why he cares about me so much. Tifa frowned and regretted not adding some chili to the cocktail. She said in a coquettish voice, Qin Yu, I've talked to you for several hours today. I'm so happy. Qin Yu. The war between women is like a tornado, it started all of a sudden. Did I ignite the war? He moved back. Catwoman and Tifa started to fight directly. Your coquettish voice is really enough. Tifa looked at Catwoman, you have a big mouth. The atmosphere in the bar suddenly became tense. Two beauties, there is no need to be like this. It would be great to live in peace. Qin Yu tried to reconcile. But the two were completely immersed in the quarrel and ignored Qin Yu it. All. Chapter 10. An old man with white hair said to Qin Yu in a tone of I have seen a lot of storms, brother, at this time, you have to count the money silently, don't care about the bickering of the two women. Qin Yu gave him a thumbs up, took out his mobile phone to receive an order, glanced at Catwoman and Tifa who were still arguing, and then went to deliver the food. Qin Yu rode his electric donkey to a restaurant to pick up the food and rushed to the destination. This customer also gave an extra tip of $100. He is really rich. We must serve him well and strive to get a 5-star praise. But gradually, Qin Yu felt something was wrong. The place to deliver was an old 2-story building. From his memory of taking over, he knew that this was the territory of the Siamese family. There were several black guys standing at the door who looked difficult to mess with. There was a warning in their eyes, which meant that this delivery was not trivial. Please make way. Your food has arrived. Obviously they received some order and let Qin Yu in. After entering, there were about 20 people in the lobby on the first floor, holding sticks in their hands. They all looked bad and stared at him fiercely. A man wearing glasses smiled strangely and said, "Boy, you dare to hit our Siamese family, and you still have the nerve to deliver food in Gotham City? Are you mentally ill or are you looking for death? I think he is itching for trouble." A 1.95 meter tall white man, with his fingers clenched and cracking, walked slowly towards Qin Yu. These people regarded Qin Yu as prey and were ready to have fun. As a prey, Qin Yu was not nervous at all. He was relaxed and looked at the man with glasses. "I really want to know how you plan to deal with me." The man with glasses smiled cruelly and said, "Definitely, I will cripple your legs first, and then let Zine deal with you." Qin Yu nodded, "Okay, can I make a final request?" "What? Tell me." Qin Yu pointed to his mobile phone, "Can you give me a 5-star review? I make a living from this." The man with glasses laughed, "I really didn't expect your request would be this. Don't you understand the situation?" The people around him also laughed, as if they had met a fool. Qin Yu shrugged, "Don't laugh, give a good review first." The man with glasses held back his laughter, "I have to see how you are abused first. This may be your last good review. Cherish it." Qin Yu shook his head, "Maybe this is the last good review you can give." The white man waved his fist as big as a casserole and rushed towards Qin Yu. Qin Yu took a step back, dodged easily and took out his mobile phone to send a video to Ada Wong. "Humph, what do you want to talk to me about?" Ada Wong is still holding a grudge against Qin Yu for defeating him during the day. "Didn't you notice that I fell into a den of thieves and am being beaten?" Ada Wong glanced at the vicious guys and shrugged, "This is an online video, I can't come to save you along the network cable." Qin Yu kicked the white man over, "Do you have any conscience? I'm being targeted by the gang." Ada Wong looked down on him, "You can't even handle these trash, and you still want to date me." The man with glasses got angry, "This kid still has the mind to hook up with women. Beat him half to death." 3 people rushed up with baseball bats. Qin Yu reacted quickly, kicked one away, and all 3 fell to the ground. The man with glasses was shocked, "This guy knows Yan Country Kung Fu. Everyone come together." Qin Yu put away his phone, punched out, knocked one away, and then somersaulted and kicked another to the ground. After this round of punching and kicking, except for the man with glasses, all the others were knocked down. The man with glasses had sweat on his forehead and realized that he had offended a tough guy. He quickly took out his gun. "FK." Qin Yu kicked him away and hit the wall directly, making a hole in the wall. Qin Yu walked over and pulled him out, "What's your name?" "Terry." The man with glasses was trembling with fear. "Pa." Qin Yu slapped him so hard that his teeth almost fell out, "Why don't you give me a good review? Do you look down on me?" "Terry." Seeing that Qin Yu was going to fight, he hurriedly said, "I'll give a good review right now, wait." Qin Yu saw that he gave a good review, kicked him again, and then went upstairs. There were 2 offices on the 2nd floor. Qin Yu kicked open the office door and found a safe. "Will there be white flour in it?" The Siamese family is a well-known drug dealer in Gotham City. Qin Yu thinks there must be something in it. He pulled out the safe and carried it downstairs. "Terry, right? There must be something good in this safe. Ada Wong will be here soon." Terry's face changed, "Qin, you have offended my Siamese family. Give us the box now, and we can still talk." Qin Yu curled his lips, "It's quite interesting. Just now you wanted to kill me, and now you can talk again. But I'm just a delivery man. Just now it was self-defense." Terry wanted to say something, but was knocked unconscious by Qin Yu. About 10 minutes later, the door was kicked open, and Ada Wong rushed in with a group of armed detectives. She looked at the fallen ferocious men on the ground. "Did you do all this?" Qin Yu shrugged, "Is it difficult?" Ada Wong was speechless, "Why did you come here?" "They ordered a takeaway and rewarded me with $100, and I accidentally took the bait. Chapter 11. Who would have thought that this thing is a trap? Someone wants to kill me. It's so wicked. Ada Wong rolled her eyes with disdain. Look at you, it seems that there is not even a scratch. Qin Yu blew on his fingers gently. No injury? My fingers still hurt. The strong man lying on the ground collapsed. Is finger pain considered an injury? Qin Yu pointed to the safe again. There should be a lot of things in this thing that can excite you, enough to throw these people into the Black Gate prison. Ada Wong put on gloves, turned his head to one side, and began to fiddle with the combination lock of the safe slowly in less than a minute. The safe was opened, and there were a pile of documents, a pistol, and several packages of contraband inside. Great! Ada Wong was very happy. She had long been eyeing the nest of this black mask. But there was no excuse. Unexpectedly, Qin Yu, the delivery boy, helped a lot. She smiled and said, "You have done a great deed this time, and you will definitely get the reward." Qin Yu was happy, and he seemed to see a glimmer of hope for the poor man. Ada Wong, the 2 robbers I caught this morning, there is also a reward for that one, right? Ada Wong rolled his eyes again. Yes. I will tell you as soon as there is any movement. At this time, Tifa sent a video to Qin Yu. Hey, Qin Yu, Selena said that the black-masked man wants to deal with you, and told you not to deliver food at number 17 Kerala Street. We just had a quarrel, and Catwoman forgot the business. Tifa looked very anxious. Qin Yu smiled and replied, "Boss, I'm late. I've been there and got a 5-star review." Catwoman leaned over, looking puzzled. Why haven't you hung up yet? Qin Yu showed the video to Ada Wong. The biggest thief in the city, are you interested in catching him? Ada Wong frowned. Catwoman. Catwoman had already put on a mask and waved, "Hello, Inspector Ada." Ada Wong glared at Qin Yu, and that expression was like a love-hate relationship with him. It seems that you are really not a good bird, hanging out with Catwoman. Qin Yu shrugged. Okay, I am also a victim, okay, she stole my little motorcycle. Ada Wong stared at Catwoman. Don't be complacent, sooner or later I will send you to Arkham Asylum. Catwoman shrugged. The curve of her shoulders and neck was extremely beautiful. I'm really looking forward to that day. Ding, host, you are so awesome, you got a 5-star review, 95% completion, and the reward is here, gunfighting. Qin Yu was stunned. I beat the customer half to death and was sent to the police station. How high is the completion rate? Is there something wrong with this system? Gunfighting technique, a tough character who mixes physical skills, gun skills, and sword skills together, with both offensive and defensive capabilities. Qin Yu was so happy that a lot of guns suddenly appeared in his mind. He suddenly went from knowing nothing about guns to being a gun expert. The accuracy of shooting, eyesight, and hand flexibility were all improved. Qin Yu's hands were itching, and he glanced at the Desert Eagle on Kane's waist. He went over and touched it lightly, and the Desert Eagle was put into the storage space by him. Ada Wong and the others didn't find anything. Qin Yu quickly recorded his confession and prepared to slip away. Ada Wong stopped him. Wait, we may need to find you at any time, don't leave Gotham City. Qin Yu nodded. Okay, if you miss me, just order takeout and I'll deliver it to you. Bah, who cares about you, I just want you to cooperate with the investigation. Ada Wong glanced at him with disdain, turned around and went back to the house to continue searching for evidence. Qin Yu shook his head and rode his scooter back to the bar. Back at the bar, he found that Tifa and Catwoman had become close friends, and the two were chatting happily. Tifa, your waist is so thin, I wonder which stinky man is lucky. Tifa covered her mouth and laughed. Selena, your figure is also first class, no wonder Qin Yu fell in love with you. Ahem. Qin Yu walked over and said with a smile, what's the situation with you? Do you all want to be my girlfriend? 2 such hot girlfriends? I have to make up for it. Tifa rolled her eyes at Qin Yu. Swoosh. Catwoman kicked over a hole. Stop dreaming. Qin Yu calmly took a step back, dodged Catwoman's feet, and suddenly grabbed her ankle and pulled. Catwoman did another standard split. Haha, why do you always do this to me? What are you hinting at? Qin Yu looked up and down at Catwoman's long legs and white neck. To be honest, if a beauty like you is willing, I don't mind putting in some effort. Catwoman had fair skin, straight legs, and exuded youthful charm. She jumped up. A hole. Is this all you have? She retreated to the bar. Tifa, see, he's a gangster. Tifa seemed very sad, and said softly, Qin, you've changed. I'm not happy. Catwoman rolled her eyes, this new sister is really bad. Qin Yu walked over, opened his arms, and hugged Tifa on the other side of the bar. Boss lady, come and hug me, comfort your injured little heart. Tifa's cheeks were stained with a shy red, and she gently pushed Qin Yu, you hooligan, you really know how to take advantage of me. Qin Yu pretended to tease and sniffed his fingers, hey, boss lady, your hair smells very good, haha. Tifa and Catwoman were speechless. Chapter 12. Tifa glared at Qin Yu with her eyes that were about to drip with water. Come on, I'm still worried about you, but you showed your perverted nature in the blink of an eye. Qin Yu shrugged casually, the scene just now was really scary. Tifa came over immediately, tell me, how thrilling was it? Even Catwoman's pretty ears stood up, obviously wanting to know. Qin Yu smiled, my throat is smoking now. Tifa handed Qin Yu a glass of wine. As soon as I stepped in, I was surrounded by more than 20 strong men, holding baseball bats and knives in their hands, asking me for my last words. Catwoman asked puzzled, then what? What did you say? What can I say, just let them give me a good review. Tifa and Catwoman looked at each other and thought Qin Yu was mentally ill. You're almost going to die, and you're still thinking about good reviews. Qin Yu shrugged again, I'm fine, I kicked those barking dogs one by one. Catwoman shook her head, the black masked man is not a pushover, you can fight, but you have to be careful of others' hidden arrows. Qin Yu pointed to his forehead, let me tell you, I'm tough. Both of them were disdainful, you're just bragging, aren't you tongue-tied? Catwoman was about to leave, but Qin Yu grabbed her waist, where's my motorcycle key? I'm counting on that thing to make a living. Catwoman rolled her eyes at him, where's my wallet? There's nearly $1,000 in it, enough to buy a new motorcycle. She rolled her eyes, let's play a flying darts game, if you win, I'll give you the key back. Qin Yu shook his head, do you think I'm stupid? The key is originally mine, we have to raise the stakes. Catwoman straightened her chest, come on, you still have my wallet. Qin Yu touched his chin, if I let you sleep with me, I still feel at a loss. When I win later, your wallet will be mine too. He put a black wallet on the bar in front of Tifa, boss lady, you be the referee. Catwoman looked at the wallet, confused, she touched it, and suddenly screamed, my new wallet. She immediately lost her composure. The number one thief in Gotham City actually lost face. When did you steal it? Qin Yu shrugged again, when you touched my abdominal muscles, I took advantage of it. Catwoman seemed to be poked in the sore spot, really, you are obsessed with S***X. Okay, let's go play flying darts, I have to teach you a lesson. Tifa waved her little fist, Qin, come on, you can do it. The three walked to the flying darts plate, and the other people in the bar also stared at them. Two beautiful women plus a handsome guy are always so attractive. Catwoman moved her arms and stretched her waist lazily. Her good figure under the leather jacket made people around her gasp. Wow, what a beauty. With this figure and this face, sooner or later some useless man will take advantage of her. Selena held 3 flying darts in her hand, glanced at the target casually, and swung her hands casually. Swoosh! 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 The 3 flying darts were firmly nailed to the bullseye. Awesome, you are worthy of being the top thief king, your eyesight and accuracy are first class. Qin Yu applauded Catwoman wildly. Catwoman glanced at Qin Yu proudly, okay, stop bragging, wait and see how you will be defeated. The onlookers next to her also began to flatter and cheer. Young man, don't tell me you can't do it. Looks like you're scared. Qin Yu picked up the flying darts. He had learned the art of gunfighting very well. His aim and eyesight had been perfected. What's a small matter? He smiled and said, this is too easy. How about I turn around and throw it again? After saying that, he turned around and threw it with his back to the target. Swoosh! 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 3 flying darts hit the bullseye in the shape of a finished product. Catwoman opened her mouth wide and re-examined Qin Yu, I didn't realize you were so good at it. The people around him gasped. This guy is really good. FK, it turns out that he is a master who hides his weakness. He is here to pick up girls. Dude, your moves are really cool. Qin Yu was about to take his trophy, but Catwoman was not willing to be outdone and blocked him. Wait, we haven't had enough fun yet. This time we will throw it back to back. Qin Yu shook his head. Okay, but you have to give me some benefits. If I win, you have to kiss me. Catwoman glanced at him. If you lose, then let me kick you. It's a deal. The two took a few steps back, farther away from the target, and then turned around. Tifa whispered, okay, let's start. Catwoman quickly shot. The first two darts hit the bullseye, and the third dart was nailed to the rope hanging the target. The target fell to the ground with a sound. Everyone cheered loudly. Too cool. This guy is going to fail. This girl is not only beautiful, but also smart. Swoosh. 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 Qin Yu's flying darts also flew out. Ding. The flying darts hit the bullseye of the falling target, with such force that it nailed the target directly to the wall. Awesome. So cool. What a great operation. Catwoman's eyes widened. She didn't expect Qin Yu to be so cool. Humph, you're so cruel. She turned around and wanted to slip away, but Qin Yu quickly stopped her and said with a smile, Beauty, you seem to have forgotten something. Catwoman looked around and made an excuse. I'm sleepy, I'm going back to sleep. Chapter 13. The people in the bar started to make a fuss. Girl, you lost, you have to kiss him. Don't try to cheat, we are all watching. Selena was furious, grabbed Qin Yu's face and kissed him hard. Ouch. 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 Qin Yu didn't react at all. Catwoman pushed Qin Yu away and walked away without looking back. Qin Yu muttered, it's quite sweet, quite cool. Catwoman tried to act cool and almost fell to the ground. She ran away quickly. You damn takeaway guy, wait and see. Qin Yu was busy dealing with other girls in the bar, competing in flying darts, and listening to the other party's harsh words if he lost. Qin Yu finally got rid of these annoying people and came to the bar. Boss lady, I can't live like this anymore. Tifa was jealous. Hey, Qin, why are you so dirty? I'm a misophobe. Qin Yu, that's perfect, I'm a misophobe too, how about we be a couple? Tifa snorted coldly and handed over Catwoman's wallet and car keys. Bullying girls is nothing, come and pick me if you dare. Qin Yu grabbed Tifa's hand. You asked for it, how about tonight? Tifa shook Qin Yu's hand off. You lazy delivery boy, you only deliver a few orders a day. If you don't work harder, the rich and beautiful girl will fly away. Qin Yu took out his mobile phone. It seems that I have to take an order. At this time, there happened to be an order for a reward of $100. Qin Yu quickly grabbed it. Boss lady, I'm going to make money. Qin Yu went to pick up the takeaway, looked at the order information, and smiled bitterly. Is this delivering food or being a detective? The customer who ordered the food left a message. Please help me see if my husband is at home and whether he has brought women home. Qin Yu contacted the customer named Julie. Dear, I am only responsible for delivering food, not doing detective work. Julie, brother, please help me. I work hard to make money and have to go on business trips, but my husband is not honest. Qin Yu, you have to find a private detective, I'm just a takeaway boy. Julie, I'm out of town now, please, I'll give you $500 for running errands. More money? Okay. Qin Yu sent a string of ellipses. Give me a 5-star review, and I'll help you check. The money Julie gave was too tempting. With $500, Qin Yu, a lazy guy, could deliver food for several days. The two hit it off. Qin Yu rode his motorcycle and quickly arrived in front of a 2-story independent cottage. Knock, knock. Qin Yu knocked on the doorbell and waited patiently. After a while, the door creaked open, and a blonde handsome guy yelled at him with an unhappy face, What's the matter? Obviously, he was disturbed and was in a bad mood. Qin Yu thought unhappily, this attitude is really polite. He raised the package in his hand. Brother, your midnight snack is here. He looked at Pete in front of him and thought to himself, this guy looks quite likable. No wonder there are always people around him. It would be strange if he is not fickle. Pete frowned. You are wrong, I didn't order any takeaway. Qin Yu still kept smiling. Your wife Julie ordered it for you. Julie? She's back. Pete's face changed suddenly, and Qin Yu immediately noticed something was wrong. Then, Qin Yu turned on the video. Madam, your takeaway is home. When Julie saw Qin Yu, her eyes lit up. Wow, little brother, I didn't expect you to be so handsome. Are the takeaway deliverymen so handsome now? Pete's face was distorted. Qin Yu reminded, Miss Julie, don't you have something to do? Julie came to her senses and realized that she was here to catch someone cheating. Yes, Pete, I'll ask the takeaway boy to help me confirm whether you did anything while I was not at home. Pete was so angry that he retorted loudly, Julie, you are too much. You don't trust me so much. The voice was so loud that the neighbors around could hear it. Qin Yu stood aside and watched Pete's performance. Through previous exchanges, Qin Yu knew that the house belonged to Julie and that Julie paid for all the expenses at home. Julie was furious, didn't you have enough things in the past? I have reason to doubt it. If I don't let him come to see it today, I can't sleep at night. Pete finally compromised, okay, you can watch it if you want. But he warned Qin Yu, boy, don't think about leaving later. Obviously, he wanted to use violence against Qin Yu. Qin Yu was very calm, why bother? You rely on Julie for food and use Julie's things. If she is worried, you have to make her feel at ease, right? Pete was so angry that his face twisted. He was jealous of Qin Yu's handsomeness and the fact that Qin Yu could live on his own strength instead of relying on women like him. I am Thean's brother. Do you know who you have offended? That is Black Mask's younger brother. Pete was very proud. Qin Yu had a strange expression on his face, Thean's brother. Pete smiled proudly, are you scared? You have offended me. Do you still want to stay in Gotham City? Qin Yu didn't care, get out of the way, I'm going in. Chapter 13. Pete wanted to block the way, but Qin Yu pushed him and almost died. After Qin Yu went in, he heard the sound of the closet door upstairs, and he knew what was going on. He pretended to be nonchalant and turned around the living room, Julie, it looks like there's no one here, let's go upstairs to the bedroom and take a look. Pete was so angry that he blocked the stairs, boy, you're going too far. Qin Yu glanced at him, we have to try our best to meet the needs of customers. This house belongs to Julie, why are you worried, right? You have nothing to hide, right? Julie also followed suit, Pete, if you are innocent, what's wrong with letting him see it? Pete's face was twisted with anger, but he still gave way and said, boy, wait and see, I'll make you look good later. Qin Yu went straight to the master bedroom, and Pete followed closely behind, I'm the only one I'm home, what are you looking for? Julie looked around through the camera of her mobile phone, but found nothing, a little embarrassed, Pete, I'm sorry. Pete looked smug, but on the surface he was still angry and said, Julie, we have lived together for so long, and you don't trust me. I'm really angry. Qin Yu waved his hand, don't worry, the one hiding in the closet is also very bad. Pete's face changed drastically, and Julie also noticed something was wrong, oh, Pete. Brother, help me look. Qin Yu quickly walked to the closet, opened the door, and a woman with messy clothes and a red face was hiding inside. Lucy. Julie screamed, when did you two hook up? You are such a good girlfriend. Before Lucy could say anything, Pete hurriedly explained to his sponsor, Julie, it was Lucy who seduced me. Lucy was embarrassed at first, but when she heard Pete say that, she was furious, how can you be so shameless? Pete obviously cared more about this piece of fat meat, Julie. She has been seducing me. I just drank a little and couldn't control myself. Lucy rushed out in anger and grabbed Pete's face fiercely. Pete slapped her to the ground with a slap. The two were fine just now, but now they started to hurt each other. A few minutes later, Qin Yu kicked Pete away, how could you do that? Pete was furious, it's all because of you. I will not let you leave this door today. He stood up and punched Qin Yu. Julie shouted in the video, young man, be careful, he fights fiercely. Bang! Qin Yu slapped Pete with his backhand, and Pete flew out directly. Qin Yu turned around and asked Julie in the video. What? Julie, what did you just say? Julie, nothing, you continue. Pete was beaten dizzy. Lucy ran away in shame. Julie shouted at Pete, Pete, I give you 5 minutes to clean up your mess and get out. Pete was hit on the face, and still wanted to quibble, Julie, we have been together for so long, please forgive me this time. Bah, you still have the nerve to mention it. Seeing that Julie was not letting go, Pete said again, Julie, I have been with you for half a year, you have to give me some compensation. Qin Yu has seen shameless people, but Pete's is the pinnacle. Julie was so angry that she was about to explode. Do you have any shame? You took advantage of me, cheated on me, and now you still have the nerve to ask for a breakup fee. Qin Yu looked at Pete. Being a duckling is better than you, at least he has some professional ethics. Pete was furious, but he knew he couldn't beat Qin Yu. Wait, I'll call Sean now. Julie was a little scared. Brother, you'd better get out of here, the Black Mask Gang is very cruel, it will be troublesome to retaliate against you in the future. Pete proudly dialed the video. Brother Sean, how are you recently? Sean was depressed in the hospital and wanted to deal with Qin Yu, but he was dealt with by Qin Yu instead, and a large group of his men were arrested. He naturally didn't take a small character like Pete seriously. What's going on, Pete? You woke me up. Pete saw the bandage on Sean's face in the video, and was confused. Brother, what's wrong with you? Was it Batman or the Penguin? Sean was very embarrassed. He was beaten by an unknown delivery boy. How could he speak? Don't talk nonsense, why are you looking for me? Pete said hurriedly. Brother, there is a delivery boy who offended me. He didn't take it seriously when I told him your name. Delivery boy. Sean had a bad premonition. When he moved his head, the wound hurt again. FK. I have to see who is so disrespectful to me. Pete pointed the camera at Qin Yu. Brother, it's him. You again. Sean almost jumped out of the bed. Qin Yu waved his hand. Xian, we are destined to be together. Are you seriously injured? I'm sorry, I didn't show mercy before. Peter almost jumped up. It turned out that the takeaway boy in front of him was the one who injured his elder brother. He dared to hit the younger brother of Black Mask. This man must be very capable. Xian didn't say a word and hung up the video directly. Peter's eyes changed when he looked at Qin Yu, but he was still stubborn. Humph, don't think I'm afraid of you. Qin Yu smiled and said, then are you going to leave or not? Chapter 15. When Pete saw Qin Yu's smile, he felt cold to his bones. He began to pack listlessly, muttering to himself. Damn, I'll kill you secretly next time. Julie, that BCH, don't even think about having an easy time. Qin Yu looked at his eyes and knew that this guy had bad intentions. Pete packed things in a mess. Suddenly, a bag of powder accidentally fell and was captured by the camera. Pete panicked and tried to pick it up. Bang! Qin Yu kicked him out. It seems that you don't have to pack today, just go to the cell to cool down. Qin Yu called Ada Wang. Beautiful Ada, something happened here, come quickly, 78 Lewis Street. Ada Wang cursed, I haven't finished trying the Black Mask Gang yet, and you are causing trouble again. She was exhausted from 3 cases a day. This guy is also from Sean's group. He hides drugs and is a scum who plays with women. Qin Yu briefly explained the situation. Ada Wang was refreshed. Scum? Okay. I'll come right away. Pete glared at Qin Yu. A hole, you want me to die? Just wait and see. Pete pulled out a pistol from under the bed and shot at Qin Yu. Bang! 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 Julie in the video screamed. Qin Yu quickly took out the Desert Eagle and fired 3 shots in return. Bang! 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 3 crisp metal collisions. The bullet fired by Pete was accurately hit by Qin Yu's bullet. The bullet collided and turned into hot iron slag and fell on the carpet, burning 3 holes. Qin Yu nodded secretly in his heart, the shooting skills are really amazing. He can even quickly predict the trajectory of the bullet. Pete was dumbfounded. With this shooting skills, he actually wanted to plot against such a person. The Desert Eagle is powerful and has a lot of recoil. The empty gun weighs 2 kilograms, while an ordinary gun weighs only 1 kilogram. Some experts say that people who use Desert Eagles must weigh more than 80 kilograms, otherwise the recoil will be difficult to resist and the accuracy will be lost. Ordinary people can't hold the gun with both hands, but Qin Yu fired with one hand, as steady as an old dog. Pete quickly threw away the pistol, smiling, brother, I was wrong. Qin Yu wiped the Desert Eagle, this gun is really powerful. I heard that the bullet is so powerful that it can directly blow a hole. How about trying it? Pete knelt down in fear and quickly bowed his head to admit his mistake. Why haven't the police come yet? Julie in the video cursed. How come I know such a wimp? Young man, you're so manly, what should I do if I'm so moved? Qin Yu said with a smile, don't forget to give me that 5-star review. Julie cast a few seductive eyes at Qin Yu, handsome guy, I don't mind if you make more excessive demands. Qin Yu shook his head in his heart. This Julie is okay in the video, but that's all thanks to the filter. It's still a question what she looks like in real life. Not to mention her too open style, he doesn't like it at all. Haha, I have a girlfriend. Julie was sad as if she had lost billions of wealth when she heard it. After a while, Ada Wong rushed in with the police. Pitt was relieved, raised his hands high, and said excitedly, "Detective, I plead guilty, I hid drugs. Take me away." The pressure from Qin Yu made him almost collapse. Ada Wong, oh, she really had never seen such a proactive criminal. She ordered people to take away Pete and the evidence, and then walked up to Qin Yu. "What did you do to him?" Qin Yu shrugged, "I just did what a good citizen should do." Ada Wong glared at him, "This guy is Tian's he is so scared, he must have experienced something in the past." She was a little uninterested, it's no use catching such a coward. Qin Yu ignored her and turned to Julie in the video and said, "Okay, Julie, you have to look at people clearly in the future, don't just look at their faces." Julie stared at Qin Yu, "Qin, why don't you be my boyfriend, I will give you everything I have." Qin Yu rolled his eyes, obviously Julie didn't understand what he meant at all. "Julie, I said I have a girlfriend." Qin Yu suddenly put his hand on Ada Wong's shoulder and pulled her over, "This is my girlfriend, super fighting, especially fierce. Oh, I mean fierce personality, don't get me wrong. Before, there was a girl who wanted to pursue me, but she beat her so hard that she almost died. Ada Wong is quite famous in Gotham City." Julie quickly apologized, "I'm sorry, I'll hang up now." Qin Yu smiled, "Ms. Wong, look at how famous you are. You scared away all my customers." Ada Wong shook off Qin Yu's hand, "When did I become your girlfriend? You're so lucky, aren't you?" Qin Yu smiled and said, "Did you forget? You lost to me at noon, and according to the agreement, you are my girlfriend." Ada Wong's face darkened, "Hey, that's because I'm not in good shape, let's compete next time." Chapter 16. Qin Yu nodded, "Your period has come, it does have an impact, we'll compete again when you feel better." The people around him were dumbfounded. Ada Wong's period has come, how did he know? What's the relationship between these two people? Ada Wong blushed and kicked Qin Yu, but he didn't kick anything. Qin Yu said with a smile, "You think of a way out of a hurry. You know how awesome you are. I'll use you to block it, and then Julie won't dare to bother me immediately." Ada Wong glared at him unhappily, "Should I still praise your unique vision?" "Whatever you want." Qin Yu shrugged and listened to the system's prompt sound. Ding, the host received 5-star praise, completion rate 98%, and received a reward, a body that is immune to all poisons. Immune to all poisons? This is awesome. Qin Yu definitely wants more of these life-saving things, the better. Ada Wong noticed Qin Yu was in a daze and waved his hand in front of him, "What are you in a daze about?" Qin Yu looked Ada Wong up and down, "To be honest, your figure looks great in that red dress, really good." Ada Wong felt a little proud. Qin Yu continued, "But I think if you stay with me, you will still be the one who loses. Get out." Ada Wong kicked him. Qin Yu suddenly grabbed Ada Wong's ankle, "Wow, this leg is very good." Ada Wong quickly pulled his foot back. "Pervert." Qin Yu rode his bike to the police station to record his statement, and finished it in the middle of the night. Ada Wong said seriously, "You can handle 3 cases a day, but I can't. Just deliver food tomorrow and don't make trouble." Qin Yu spread his hands, "Come on, I'm a food delivery guy. Ada Wong, I'll let you know when the reward comes tomorrow. Don't deliver food anymore, go home and sleep." Ada Wong advised kindly. Qin Yu rode his scooter, enjoying the cool breeze at night, and returned home. And she looked at him with shining eyes, "Qin Yu, you are still working so late? We are all Yan people. Seeing you working so hard, why don't you just follow me?" Qin Yu dodged Aunt Shi's bear hug, "Aunt, I don't want to rely on women now, let alone you." Aunt Shi sighed, "Alas, being a landlord is not easy. Collecting rent every day, can't there be a little romantic encounter?" Qin Yu looked at her body of more than 200 pounds and shook his head, "Someone has to be able to bear it. I really can't stand it." And she disagreed, "You don't understand when you are young. You will regret it when you are old." Qin Yu saw Aunt Shi still flirting with him and ran away quickly. He closed the door, "I can't stay here anymore. Auntie stares at me countless times every day. I'll find a place to move after I get the bounty tomorrow. I really made a lot of money today. I got the upgraded version of the T-cell virus. With gun skills and antivirus physique, it's perfect. This thing is still quietly improving my potential. With these things, Qin Yu felt that he had more confidence in this chaotic world. Take a shower, fall into bed and sleep. However, his amazing deeds have become popular on the internet, and his reputation has skyrocketed. Have you heard about the delivery guy in Gotham City? What's good about delivery guys? The key is that this guy is ruthless. He delivers 3 deliveries and sends 3 groups of people to the police station. Robbers, gangsters, and those scumbag drug dealers are all alive and well dangerous species. Julie uploaded the video she shot online, and the number of clicks exploded. FK, this guy is so handsome. He has a great body. I have to order a takeaway tomorrow to try. He can make a living just by being so handsome, why does he have to compete with his strength? Catwoman was also browsing the Gotham forum, and she was so jealous when she saw so many people were obsessed with Qin Yu. These blind women, can they make a living just by being handsome? She started to stir up trouble, posting with her Wildcat account, "This delivery guy is a scumbag. I saw him bullying women with my own eyes. He also stole women's wallets, and more than once." Miss Wang liked the post below, "I've seen it too, he cheated on girlfriends everywhere with his handsome face, and even beat women." The two hit it off and started to join forces to black Qin Yu. But netizens have sharp eyes. I don't believe it. How could such a handsome guy be a bad guy? The guy saved the girl who was robbed. If it weren't for him, the consequences would be disastrous. The subordinates of Black Mask are all bad guys. The guy sent them to the police station. He did a good thing. And the guy exposed those scumbags and sent them to jail. He is definitely a good person. That little wildcat and Miss Wang must be jealous of the guy and deliberately blackened him. Yes, I've seen a lot of women like this. Catwoman and Ada Wong were dumbfounded. These netizens. Can't they do whatever they want just because they are handsome? Chapter 17. The hype online was going on, but Qin Yu slept like a dead pig. He didn't get up until the next morning. After washing up, he rode his broken motorcycle and headed straight to the 7th Heaven bar. Tifa's eyes lit up when she saw Qin Yu. "Qin, come and take a look. There's endless noise about you online." "Noisy?" Qin Yu took Tifa's phone and looked at it. "It's just a takeaway delivery, but they're making it look like a big deal." Tifa giggled, "Oh, I think they're just jealous of your handsomeness." Qin Yu sighed, "It's really unlucky. Is being handsome a crime?" "Tifa, Qin, you're really conceited." The two started talking nonsense again, and everyone in the bar looked at them with envy. On the internet, an Indian internet celebrity named Akasi couldn't stand Qin Yu. "What's going on? I've been in Gotham City for so long, but I'm not as popular as him. He's just a delivery guy. People who don't know him would think he's a celebrity. He also has tens of thousands of fans, which he has accumulated over several years." Seeing Qin Yu's appearance, he was very upset. He smiled at the camera and said, "Family, are you interested in the delivery guy last night?" Some of his fans started to make a fuss. "Akasi, we only care about you. What's so good about a Chinese? A real man should be as strong as you." Akasi put his hands together and said, "Thank you for your love. Today I'm here to reveal the truth. I suspect that this delivery guy bought the hot search. It must be that some entertainment company wants to promote him. We can't let netizens be deceived." Many fans were wedded and wanted to see how Akasi would reveal it. Qin Yu at the moment has ridden his broken motorcycle, shuttled through the traffic, and continued his delivery career. In a convertible sports car, a girl who looked a bit mature suddenly set her eyes on Qin Yu. "Wow, Bruce, look, that delivery boy is so handsome." The handsome guy driving the car was a little unhappy. "Rachel, you have such good taste." He turned around and saw Qin Yu riding a motorcycle passing by. "Well, he looks really good." Qin Yu also saw the man in the sports car, Bruce Wayne. Unexpectedly, he met Batman on the street, and Qin Yu stopped next to the sports car. Rachel screamed, "Wow, brother, you are so handsome. You are the yellow hero who caught a bunch of bad guys yesterday." Qin Yu smiled and said, "It just happened, I guess you must be the prosecutor full of justice, Rachel, right?" Qin Yu knew that this woman was Rachel Dawes who dumped Batman and got together with Two-Face. Bruce's childhood playmate, now looking old and frail. Rachel covered her mouth in surprise. Qin, how do you know me? Could it be that you? Haha. Qin Yu shook his head. I don't want to compete with Bruce Wayne, the richest man in Gotham City, for a woman. Bruce laughed. Qin, you are the coolest courier I have ever seen, you did a good job. Theon is also quite good at fighting. Qin Yu shook hands with Bruce and handed him a business card. Wayne, next time you need any courier or takeout, remember to find me. Wayne smiled and said, these things are usually handled by Afu, I will give him your business card. Qin Yu nodded. If you are squatting on the roof and forget to bring a rope, or want to drink something, place an order for me at any time. Hidden on the roof. Rachel was confused. What are you two talking about? I don't understand. Bruce looked at Qin Yu meaningfully. I didn't expect that Qin Yu are quite good at joking. Qin Yu did not comment. Okay, I have to go, there are still takeouts to deliver. He quickly rode his motorcycle away from the traffic jam. Qin Yu hummed a song, feeling quite proud. What about the supercar worth millions of dollars? What about being rich? If there is a traffic jam, you still have to stop, which is not as convenient as his scooter. Bruce said to himself, it seems that the scooter is more convenient. Rachel reached out. Bruce, stop pretending. Did you go to the balcony of a girl's house again at night? Bruce. Qin Yu rode 2 blocks, number 26 Ram Street, 8th floor, the takeaway has arrived. But something happened in front. The place where Qin Yu was going to deliver was on fire, with thick smoke. A large group of people were watching downstairs, and from time to time someone ran out of the building with dust on his face. The fire truck had arrived and was in the process of rescue. Bang! Suddenly there were several loud noises. The 4th floor exploded, and glass fragments and gravel fell like raindrops. The onlookers fled in all directions. The firefighter downstairs shouted anxiously through the intercom, Jack, are you okay? Answer me. No one responded on the other end of the intercom. 2 minutes later, several firefighters in tattered clothes came down with several wounded people. The 6th floor exploded, and the stairs to the 7th floor collapsed. We can't go up. Many people have already run down. There may be no one on the 7th floor. The firefighter looked up and saw that the fire was getting more and more fierce. Suddenly someone broke the window on the 7th floor. Help! Who can save my daughter? Chapter 18. Help! Someone save my daughter! A chubby girl in her 30s, hugging her baby tightly, yelled for help. It's Irene. She's still upstairs. Oh my god, her child is only 1 year old. The fire is so fierce. If we don't save them quickly, they will die soon. Oh my god, please save them quickly. The firefighters were also at a loss. The ladder of the fire truck barely reached the 6th floor. Qin Yu rushed into the building with takeaway in his hand without saying a word, and a firefighter stopped him. Brother, it's very dangerous up there. It could explode at any time. Do you live here? Don't go up there. Qin Yu shook his head. I don't live here. Someone on the 7th floor wants takeout. I have to deliver it. It seems to be the girl who shouted for help. The firefighter thought Qin Yu was crazy. Brother, are you awake? This fire is dangerous. Qin Yu knew that the firefighter couldn't stop him, and pointed to the distance. Look, someone fell down. The firefighter looked back and saw nothing. When he looked back again, the takeout guy was gone. FK. Where is the guy? Several girls watching were looking at Qin Yu. He rushed into the building with the takeout in his hand. Is it true? So dedicated. The guy really fought for his livelihood. No matter what Qin Yu thought outside, he rushed into the sea of fire to save people, and he couldn't watch the child in danger. With his current ability, this fire is nothing. It's the takeaway that was ordered from that restaurant. If you save her, you might even win a big prize. The corridor was filled with smoke. Qin Yu tore off his t-shirt, soaked it with mineral water and covered his face with it. He jumped up 5 steps and quickly went to the 6th floor. It was a mess here, with fire and smoke everywhere. The explosion had made the ground full of cement blocks. The stairs from the 6th floor to the 7th floor were broken, and ordinary people couldn't go up at all. Qin Yu jumped lightly, grabbed the railing on the 7th floor, and easily went up to the 7th floor. The fire was even more intense here. Qin Yu shouted, which room has someone? Who ordered the takeaway? The woman in room 707 heard the voice outside and shouted, "There's someone here, help! My child and I are here. I ordered the takeaway, but now doesn't seem to be the time to talk about this, help! I would have taken the child out to eat if I had known." "Qin Yu, is this woman reflecting? Stand back!" The woman inside shouted, "The door is blocked by fallen cement, and the fire is also fierce." Qin Yu estimated the position and punched the door with all his strength. Bang! The door panel was broken directly, and the cement behind the door was also shaken away. He rushed in, and a fat woman, holding a child, looked at him dumbfounded. Qin Yu grinned and walked over. "Hey, your fast food is here." As soon as the door opened and the wind blew, the fire instantly became fierce, and the door was full of fire, and there was no way to get out. The woman began to scream in despair, and her 1-year-old child was also very uncomfortable and burst into tears. Qin Yu patted the woman's shoulder lightly. "Hey, what's your name?" "Irina." "Okay, Irina, I have to take you two out. There is no other way. Do you understand?" Irina looked at the sea of fire and nodded, "I understand." "Brother, can you save my child? I'm too fat and will definitely be a hindrance." Qin Yu shook his head, "I can't let the child be motherless, believe me." Irina's dirty face showed a little red. "You are handsome, I believe it." Qin Yu smiled, "Now is not the time to look at handsome guys, hold your child tightly, I will hold you." Qin Yu hugged Irina with one hand and jumped to the window lightly. The people downstairs exclaimed, "It's the delivery guy. Oh my god, he really climbed up to deliver food. With such professionalism, he can do anything. Are you blind? He's obviously going to save people. That's the 7th floor. If he falls down, he's dead. Look, the guy is moving." Qin Yu looked at the situation and jumped lightly onto the water pipe 1 or 2 meters away. Irina's weight had almost no effect on his movements. He grabbed the water pipe with his other hand and climbed up with the strength of his waist and abdomen. The firefighters downstairs were all dumbfounded. No way, he can climb the water pipe with one hand while carrying a 150-pound person. Has this guy practiced before? Does he often climb other people's balconies? Why is he climbing up? The fire is still big when we climb to the top of the building. Qin Yu had his own plan. He quickly took Irina to the top of the building. Irina took a deep breath. She was really worried that if Qin Yu lost his grip, the three of them would fall down. "Brother, what should we do now?" Qin Yu pointed to the 7th floor opposite. "We will be safe if we jump over." Irina opened her mouth wide. "Brother, the two buildings are 11 meters apart, and the world record is only 8.95 meters. I can't jump over at all." Qin Yu shook his head. "I jump, not you." Irina suddenly knelt down. "Brother, take my child away, hold me and jump, you definitely can't jump over." Chapter 19. Qin Yu held her and said directly, "Don't be afraid, everything I do is safe. You have to trust me this time." Irina's heart was in a mess, and she could only follow Qin Yu's steps. Qin Yu hugged Irina and rushed forward without saying a word. Whoosh! With a sound, they jumped more than 10 meters away and landed steadily on the roof of the opposite building. "Okay, beautiful girl, open your eyes, we landed safely." Irina opened her eyes and saw that she had reached the next building. She was so happy that she almost cried. "Wow, we are really fine. Brother, thank you so much." Irina hugged Qin Yu tightly. "Thank you so much." Qin Yu, okay, let go, I can't breathe." The people downstairs watched them jump from one building to another, and they were all dumbfounded. "It's so high, and they jumped together, this." The fire chief muttered, "It's a pity that the young man doesn't become a firefighter. We need such great people." Qin Yu comforted Irina, who was still crying. "Don't cry, it's safe. As for the lost things, the insurance company will compensate. Here is $1,000, take it first, don't let the child suffer." Qin Yu had seen before that Irina's family was average, and from the tone of her voice, it seemed that she was still a single mother. Irina shook her head. "No, Qin, you saved our lives, I can't take your money, it's not easy for you to deliver food." Qin Yu played with his fingers to tease the baby. "Don't worry, I still have 3 rewards to collect, hurry up, let the doctor see if the child is okay." Irina nodded immediately when she heard about the child. "Okay, then I'll go. By the way, Irina. What's the matter? Do you want me to marry you? I am willing. Qin Yu was speechless. Come on, I just want a good review, don't think too much about other things. Irina wiped the dust off her face. Actually, this request is quite reasonable. Qin Yu took a lot of effort and finally let Irina go downstairs. Why don't you accept their kindness? A deep male voice came from the side. Qin Yu had noticed him a long time ago. Haha, Batman, I think you are more suitable for this job. Bruce Wayne came out in a bat costume. I was discovered. Your cape is too ostentatious, you can tell at a glance. Bruce. He put his cape away. It seems that I have to change this cape. I am very happy to see that there are more justice messengers like you in Gotham City. Qin Yu waved his hand. No, I'm just a delivery man, as long as the customers are satisfied. Batman. He wanted to chat more, but at this time a helicopter from a TV station flew over and aimed at them. He shook hands with Qin Yu and turned away. Qin, let's talk again if we are lucky. Hey. Qin Yu waved his hand and a business card flew over. Batman, if you are tired, thirsty or hungry from work, come to me. I will deliver the fried chicken and beer of 7th heaven to your door. Very professional. Batman almost fell down. This guy actually wanted to do business. Okay, thank you. Batman threw the grappling hook and slid down with a whoosh. Qin Yu watched him go, holding a flying dart with a bat logo. These flying darts are very sharp and hard. Batman often uses them to scare bad guys. It seems that I have found a tool to cut fruit. He went downstairs and turned a corner. There were too many people outside, and he didn't want to become an exhibit. Irina was there describing the scene of her rescue to everyone. Really, a muscular man, my hand touched his abdominal muscles. That guy is so handsome, 360 degrees without dead angles. Qin Yu found his motorcycle secretly. Hey, where's my little motorcycle? He touched his pocket. FK, where's the key? Batman. He stole my motorcycle. Qin Yu looked at the flying darts in his hand. I'm not at a loss, this thing should be worth a lot of money. He called Ada Wong. Hey, Ada, I want to call the police. Ada Wong was still asleep. What are you doing? I haven't been so annoying in all my time as a detective, don't bother me. Qin Yu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Listen, I'm the victim now, my motorcycle is gone. Ada Wong was alert. Ha, tell me what happened, make me laugh. Qin Yu. Just now, Batman stole my little motorcycle. Batman. Steal your motorcycle? Ada Wong was confused. Is Batman so poor now? He started stealing motorcycles. Qin Yu roughly said it. Ada Wong was stunned. Wait, my colleague just screamed that the delivery guy saved someone. Was that you? Yes, it was me. Do you think I'm awesome? Do you want to take a photo with me? But you have to find my motorcycle first. Pa. Ada Wong pouted. Batman has done so many bad things, and he has never been caught. Where can I find a motorcycle for you? Come to the police station later, you can collect the bonus for the 3 cases. Qin Yu was happy, finally he had money in his account, and he felt less distressed about losing his motorcycle. Order a takeaway later, don't let me go for nothing. Chapter 20. King Ada was speechless. What about the $40,000? Did you come here for nothing? Even if it's a mosquito leg, it's still meat. Don't you need to eat? Qin Yu thought, more good reviews are better than none. Ding, congratulations to the host, you have received good reviews from customers, 95% completion, reward, fire immunity. Fire immunity? Isn't this exclusive to the Mother of Dragons? Qin Yu still remembers the scene of the beautiful Mother of Dragons walking out of the fire barefoot. This is awesome. If you have this thing, you don't have to be afraid of fire. Although he has been touched by energy, he is still a flesh body. Now he is not afraid of fire and is much safer. Qin Yu took the bus back to the 7th heaven. When Tifa saw him, she rushed over and hugged him tightly. Qin, you are awesome. Qin Yu felt the texture of the clothes and said happily, Boss lady, what are you so happy about? Tifa laughed, still pretending, keep pretending, firefighting hero is still so low-key. Your rescue video is popular again. That fat girl said that you not only saved her, but also gave her money to let her stay in a hotel. You are handsome and kind. You are now the male god of Gotham City. Qin Yu shrugged, it's a pity that I was saving people, but my little motorcycle was stolen by Batman. Tifa was stunned and immediately angry. What? Batman did this? Too much. No, I have to help you get the motorcycle back. Qin Yu kindly reminded, Boss lady, you know where is Batman? Tifa shook his head, I don't know. She waved her fist, but I have to find you back. Qin Yu looked at Tifa, Boss, are you sure you let me live next door? Tifa pointed at Qin Yu, you are gentleman, shouldn't you force me to do things? Boy, if you dare to do not track Tifa, I have abolished you. Qin Yu looked back. The giant's hair was cut short, and his face scars were horizontal. The people in the bar were so scared when they saw Barrett that they dared not speak. Qin Yu said casually, I've got Tifa, what's wrong, are you unhappy? Barrett got angry, his eyes were fierce, and his big fist went straight to Qin Yu. Boy, today I'll teach you a lesson. Tifa hurried forward and tried to block him, stop it. The onlookers next to him silently prayed in their hearts, hoping that Qin Yu could hold on. After all, Barrett's arms were thicker than Qin Yu's legs, this was a big blow. Qin Yu did not retreat but advanced, suddenly took action, grabbed Barrett's left arm, pulled it hard, and fell directly. Bang! There was a loud noise. Barrett fell heavily to the ground. The whole bar felt shaken. Qin Yu watched calmly as Barrett fell down. You are just exaggerating, aren't you? You look strong on the outside but you are hollow on the inside. Barrett was furious, jumped up, and rushed towards Qin Yu again, come on. Qin Yu punched Barrett's fist. Barrett's face changed drastically, and he felt like he hit a steel plate, and his hand hurt. Qin Yu kicked him on the knee. Barrett fell down again. Tifa saw that the tall Barrett was no match for Qin Yu. Qin's fighting skills are amazing. Although Barrett had a bad temper, he was not stupid. He knew he couldn't beat him, so he glared at Qin Yu and retreated. Qin Yu leaned against the bar, Boss lady, you don't have to care about this BD in the future. Next time I will just take off his fake arm. Tifa. Barrett is the head of Avalanche in Gotham City. I didn't expect Qin to do this to him. Boss lady, stop daydreaming and get me something to eat. Qin Yu was about to take a break after eating the food Tifa made. The delivery program popped up a $500 order, and he immediately accepted it. Just delivering a barbecued pork rice, and giving $500? There must be something fishy. Qin Yu touched Tifa's hand, Boss lady, I'm going to make money, I'll borrow your scooter. Tifa blushed, this guy. Barrett appeared out of nowhere, Tifa, are you really letting him live on the third floor? Tifa nodded, Qin is a good man, but he offended Black Mask, and it's not safe to live outside. Barrett's mouth twitched, I really don't understand what you like about him. I don't care about the bar, but I have to remind you that this guy is obviously a scumbag, don't be fooled by him. Tifa chuckled, don't worry, I know the limit, I'm not a little girl who knows nothing. Barrett muttered in his heart, really? Chapter 21. In the south of Gotham City, there is the sea and a row of high-end villas. Archie's was there teaching his beautiful wife Alyssa how to do things. Baby, you are so beautiful, just beckon your finger and men will have to revolve around you. Just pretend to care about him and give him this bottle of orange juice with psychedelic drugs. When he drinks it, he will tell you all the secrets. Alyssa looked reluctant and said coquettishly, honey, I have never done this kind of thing, I can't do it at all. In order to expose Qin Yu's true face and to become famous, Archie's spent a lot of money. Wife, do me this favor. If you succeed, I will buy you a lot of brand name bags. Alyssa usually pretends to be innocent. When she heard about brand name bags, she was immediately tempted. Okay, but you have to keep an eye on me. I'm a little scared. If anything goes wrong, you have to rush down immediately. Don't worry. If he dares to do anything to you, I will turn him into a pig head. Qin Yu arrived at the door of the villa and thought, such a luxurious villa, ordering barbecued pork rice? It can't be a trap. He was not afraid of traps, but was afraid that the reward for such a simple task was too small. He rang the doorbell. Who is it? A soft voice came from inside. Take out, your barbecued pork rice is here. The door opened. Qin Yu walked in and saw that it was a 3-story villa with luxurious decoration. A 20-something Indian girl with a good figure opened the door in tight yoga clothes. Beauty, your takeaway. Qin Yu also specially sent his smiling service. The girl looked at Qin Yu and was simply fascinated. Are all the delivery guys so handsome now? Alyssa couldn't help swallowing her saliva and stared at Qin Yu intently. Archie saw this scene through the camera and was so angry that his face turned green. The audience in the live broadcast room also exploded. Haha, anchor, your wife seems to be crazy about the guy. Look at that look. If it wasn't a live broadcast, it's hard to say what would happen next. Is this a car accident scene? Is this guy here to deliver food or to give benefits? How can life be happy without some green, haha. Aki's face was distorted. The ridicule of netizens made him even more angry. Downstairs, Alyssa finally remembered her mission. She flirted with Qin Yu. Brother, you've worked hard in this hot weather. Qin Yu shook his head. It's not hard, it's my duty to serve a beautiful woman, and you gave me a lot of tips. Alyssa smiled. Brother, come in and sit down, have some cold drinks to quench your thirst. Brother, my man is not at home. Alyssa started to act like a spoiled child again. Qin Yu joked, your man is not at home, and you still ordered 2 meals? No wonder you are so fat. Ahem. Alyssa coughed violently a few times. This guy looks okay, why did he make the atmosphere awkward as soon as he opened his mouth? The audience in the live broadcast room laughed. This delivery guy is really unconventional. Look how he choked the woman. Is this guy a fool? Actually, this is the art of rejection. If the delivery guy really hooks up with the anchor's wife, he will definitely suffer. Alyssa tried to calm down and said coquettishly, Brother, you are so mean. How am I fat? After that, she even deliberately straightened her chest and pulled in her abdomen to show off her figure. Qin Yu commented, you have a little more fat on your belly. You'd better not show off your waist. Alyssa almost exploded. She hated Qin Yu in her heart. There were more comments in the live broadcast room. This delivery guy is obviously not interested in the anchor's wife. Too bad, this woman is not worthy of my delivery guy at all. Alyssa adjusted her mood again, took out orange juice from the refrigerator, and handed it to Qin Yu. Brother, drink orange juice to quench your thirst. Qin Yu took a look at the orange juice and felt that there was something fishy, but he was in good health and would be fine even if he was drugged. Qin Yu smiled and said, Beauty, you are not interested in what is in my body, are you? I heard that some people specialize in knocking others unconscious and then stealing organs. Alyssa rolled her eyes at Qin Yu. If I really knocked you unconscious, it would definitely not be for your little organ. Qin Yu smiled, found 2 cups, poured orange juice and prepared to drink together. Alyssa thought, that BD said the drug works quickly, so I just held it in my mouth and didn't swallow it. After making the decision, Alyssa raised her glass and touched Qin Yu. Come on, let's drink it, and then you can be as unrestrained as you want. Qin Yu also raised his glass, and seeing that Alyssa didn't really drink it, he smiled faintly and drank the orange juice himself. Alyssa saw Qin Yu drink the orange juice, and she was immediately proud. Qin Yu suddenly approached Alyssa and scared her. Gulp. Alyssa drank the orange juice in one breath. Chapter 22. Qin Yu said with a smirk, look closer, the pores on your face are really big. Alyssa didn't care about that much, and almost wanted to vomit. She thought back, she only drank a small sip, but Qin Yu drank a large cup. It must be Qin Yu who was dizzy first and then calmed down. Qin Yu suddenly shook, with a panicked look on his face. Hey, why am I so dizzy? Did you do something bad to me? Don't come over. Alyssa was furious, why do you dislike me so much? She saw that Qin Yu had fallen on the sofa, and asked proudly, what's your name? Qin Yu covered his head. Qin Yu. What are your hobbies? Women, especially beautiful ones. Alyssa was proud. It seemed that Qin Yu was really dizzy and started to talk nonsense. Qin Yu had already spotted several cameras hidden deep inside, and Alyssa asked this, and he almost guessed it. Did you drug me to make me tell the truth? To get on the hot search? Alyssa continued to ask questions according to Archie's instructions. Did you send a group of people to the police station yesterday? Was it arranged in advance? Qin Yu shook his head. How could it be arranged in advance? I just happened to meet them. Which entertainment company are you from? Alyssa continued to ask. No, I'm just a delivery man. Alyssa was confused. Is Qin Yu really okay? She wanted to ask more, but suddenly felt a little dizzy. Beauty, who is your husband? Qin Yu asked back. Husband? Which one are you talking about? The husband of this family is a fat and ugly man. Alyssa said confusedly. Qin Yu was stunned. There is something interesting here. He continued to ask, how many husbands do you have? Which one is the best? Alyssa laughed, 4, 1 in my hometown, 1 in the Big Apple, and 2 in Gotham City. Qin Yu thought to himself, this drug is really powerful. Alyssa's live broadcast room exploded, and the barrage flew up. Haha, I'm dying of laughter. The anchor wanted to reveal the truth, but found out that his wife had 4 husbands. This woman is simply the female version of Aquaman, awesome. I knew there was a green light on this anchor's head, sure enough. Akis was furious and was ready to rush downstairs. His assistant stopped him, don't be impatient, wait for them to reveal themselves. Qin Yu downstairs asked curiously, with so many husbands, can you handle it? Alyssa waved her hands, looking very impatient, Akis is a waste, to the extreme. Parker is awesome, I'm helping him transfer Akis' property now. Qin Yu thought this female Aquaman was awesome, not only did she cuckold her husband, she was also transferring other people's property. He smiled and said, you are not a professional marriage scammer, are you? Alyssa was confused and scared, how do you know I am a marriage scammer? You are really amazing, but that Archie's is not a good guy either. He has no ability and is still having affairs everywhere. Alyssa upstairs couldn't stand it anymore and roared, a hole. He ran down angrily, grabbed Alyssa and shook her hard, a hole, what you just said is true or false? Alyssa smiled foolishly, drooling at the corners of her mouth, haha, you are quite similar to my useless husband. Alyssa was so angry that his face turned green, how dare you say that? Tell me quickly, which man did you transfer all my money to? Do you love me or not? Half, I have a child with the one outside, and I love Parker. Alyssa screamed. He suddenly took out the knife in his pocket and stabbed Alyssa. Qin Yu didn't expect this. Archie's was about to stab again, but Qin Yu kicked him away, although this woman is quite sy, if you kill her, you will also have to go to jail. Archie's was kicked down and suddenly calmed down, staring at the ceiling, women are all swindlers. All of them are FG liars. Alyssa was stabbed and screamed in pain, ah, who stabbed me, help. Qin Yu looked at all this and couldn't help but sigh, is this moral decline or human nature distortion? He took out his mobile phone, hello, Ada Wong, I have something to report here. Ada Wong hasn't recovered yet. Qin Yu came again, you again. Can you stop pestering me all the time? Qin Yu ignored her complaints, there is a fraud case and a wounding case here. By the way, call an ambulance, someone is injured. By the way, there is also bigamy. Ada Wong complained helplessly, I'm not a detective for nothing. She quickly arranged the task and rushed to the place. Qin Yu said. The barrage in the live broadcast room went crazy. The delivery guy is really hardcore. This time he sent 2 people to jail at once. This rollover scene is too fierce. The guy has a hard time. He has to worry about family conflicts while delivering food. He also has to deal with those crazy women. I am impressed by the righteous delivery guy. Catwoman just stole the penguin safe last night and got up just in time for the end of the live broadcast. No way, this guy is going to mess up other people's good things again. A couple who were originally good have to go to jail now. It's too scary. After she figured out the whole story, she thought, did I misunderstand him before? Impossible. Chapter 23. Archie stared at Qin Yu dumbfounded, should I like you or hate you? Qin Yu grinned, like you? Stop it, just don't hate me. Archie's looked bitter, how come you didn't have any problem after drinking that stuff? Qin Yu smiled and said, sorry, your stuff is like sugar water to me. Qin Yu turned to look at Alyssa, how is it okay? Alyssa looked at Qin Yu with a complicated look. She should have hated Qin Yu, but this guy really saved her life, otherwise she might have died now. It's okay, I won't die, I have to sue him for intentional injury. Qin Yu shrugged, whatever you want, give me a 5-star praise, I rely on this to make a living. Alyssa trembled and gave Qin Yu a 5-star praise on the phone. The voice of the system sounded in Qin Yu's mind. Ding, good reviews are collected in the bag, completion rate is 95%, Qi and blood +1, spirit +0.5, rewards are here, God-level Chinese medicine skills. Qin Yu suddenly had a bunch of herbal prescriptions and Chinese medicine techniques in his head. Although it's not to enhance the fighting ability, this medical skill is also very good. Alyssa suddenly screamed, "Ah, my wound is bleeding again, why hasn't the ambulance come yet?" Aix was also anxious. If Alyssa died, he would be finished. Qin Yu looked down and quickly tapped Alyssa 3 times, and Alyssa's blood stopped flowing immediately. "Okay, don't move, it's okay." Alyssa's face was pale. "Brother, thank you." Qin Yu waved his hand, "The life of the female Aquaman is also a life." Alyssa. About a quarter of an hour later, Ada Wong in police uniform brought people in. She learned about the situation and asked her men to take the people back to the police station. She pulled Qin Yu and pointed at herself, "What do you think is different about me?" Qin Yu looked her up and down, "The uniform is pretty cool, the figure is great, and the temperament is good, not bad." Ada Wong felt better after hearing this, and then immediately realized it, pointing at her eye circles, "Come on, forget the sweet talk, look at my dark circles. It's all because of handling your case. My shoulders and neck hurt." Qin Yu shrugged, "I caught the bad guy, and it's still wrong? This world is really unfair. I have to go to the police station later, I haven't received my reward yet." Ada Wong turned her head away angrily, unwilling to look at Qin Yu again. Ouch! As a result, she accidentally twisted her neck. Ada Wong almost wanted to cry, but fortunately she has always been strong. "I've been unlucky since I met you." Qin Yu smiled, "You're lucky to meet me." Ada Wong glared at him and touched her neck, "It hurts." Qin Yu stretched out his hand and pressed on Ada Wong's white neck, and his fingers pinched her shoulders. "Ah!" Ada Wong took a breath, "It hurts so much." "Don't move." Qin Yu didn't stop. Slowly, Ada Wong's neck was not so stiff, and the previous twist seemed to be much better. "Oh, you're quite good at it." Ada Wong felt that Qin Yu's technique was like magic, and the discomfort in her neck and shoulders was relieved a lot after pressing it. Qin Yu pinched it a few more times, "Your neck and shoulders are as hard as rocks, do you sit in the office every day?" Ada Wong felt very comfortable, "Humph, it's all your fault, you made me so tired." Qin Yu rolled his eyes, "Don't pretend, this is clearly the result of long-term hard work. Okay, I won't massage you anymore." Ada Wong's face changed immediately, and he quickly grabbed Qin Yu's hand, "Qin Yu, handsome guy, massage me again." Qin Yu shuddered, "Oh my god, I have goosebumps all over my body, can you not be so coquettish? Look, your little brothers can't help laughing." Ada Wong looked around and found that everyone around her was looking at her with that kind of eyes, and she exploded, "What are you looking at? Have you finished the work? Hurry up and do it." The aura came all of a sudden. Qin Yu nodded, "That's right. Okay, I'll find a time to go to your house to help you relax. Your waist doesn't look good." Ada Wong was embarrassed, "It's not good to go to my house." Qin Yu smiled, "What are you afraid of? You are a girl with a gun, are you afraid of what I will do to you?" Ada Wong glared at him, "Bah! Afraid of you? You'd better ride your motorcycle to the police station by yourself." Ada Wong left after saying that. Qin Yu shook his head. Things here were settled. He rode his small motorcycle and went straight to the police station. On the way, Tifa called, "Qin, you are famous now. A lot of people are discussing you online, saying that you are a takeaway referee. Some people say that you are the delivery man of Death God. Qin Yu. Just call me, the positive energy delivery man." Tifa laughed non-stop, "If it were me, I would have gone live long ago. I am handsome and have topics. It's a pity not to live broadcast." Qin Yu waved his hand, "What's the point of live broadcast? I like to deliver food, deliver meals to customers, fill their stomachs, that's called happiness." Chapter 24. Tifa said coquettishly in a soft voice, "But you see, many customers were sent directly in by you." Qin Yu smiled and replied, "The food is good in there, the life is regular, it's pretty good." Tifa looked helpless. She chatted a few more words casually before hanging up the phone. Ada Wong sat in the car in front and said disdainfully, "Riding a motorcycle with one hand and making a phone call? You are looking for death." Her two subordinates looked at each other and thought, is the detective jealous of Qin? At the South District Police Station in Gotham City, Qin Yu arrived first. Ada Wong rushed over while cursing Gotham's bad traffic. "Come with me to my office." When the two arrived at the office, Ada Wong handed Qin Yu 3 checks, one for $30,000 was the bounty of Black Mask's men, and the other 2 for $5,000 were for other cases. Qin Yu said unhappily, "That's it? Ada Wong rolled his eyes at him. What else do you want? I only make $80,000 a year, and the new agents only make more than $30,000 a year. Qin Yu shrugged. At least you have paid vacations and various benefits. Ada Wong said, if you are willing to work in the police station, I can arrange it, you are quite powerful. Qin Yu shook his head, can I directly take the position of your boss Gordon? Ada Wong replied, dream on. Qin Yu continued, give me a list of wanted criminals in Gotham City, I have to save money for my wife. Ada Wong threw him a bounty list. It read, Killer Croc $250,000, Deadshot $150,000, Slipknot $100,000, Poison Ivy $250,000, Catwoman $300,000, Scarecrow $200,000. Qin Yu frowned in dissatisfaction, that's it? There is no higher? Ada Wong thought about it, Batman who stole your motorcycle, a bounty of $1 million, and Joker who just escaped from Arkham Asylum, a bounty of $550,000. Qin Yu's eyes lit up, it seems that Batman has to be careful. I make extra money while delivering food, it's so beautiful. Ada Wong looked at him, are you obsessed with money? Joker is not easy to mess with. Batman is a fighting master, you have to be careful not to be beaten into a cripple by him. After pretending to be concerned and persuading, Ada Wong suddenly became coquettish, she threw a few seductive eyes to Qin Yu, help me massage, my shoulders and neck are still uncomfortable. Qin Yu shook his head, come on, I'm just a delivery man, not a masseur. Ada Wong was unhappy, damn, I just hooked my fingers, which man doesn't obey? She continued to smile and said, what should I do? I will order your special delivery in the future, okay? Special delivery? Qin Yu nodded, okay, I'll give you a massage for 10 minutes. Ada Wong sat down quickly, hurry up, time is money, don't waste time. Ada Wong's scream suddenly came from the office. Hey, can you be gentler? Yes, right there, it feels good. Be stronger, press down. The colleagues outside the office were dumbfounded. What's going on in the office? You two don't care about taboos. Are you so anxious? I feel creepy just by the sound. The big boss of the South District Police Station, Gordon, happened to pass by, what's going on? The big white detective said with a twitching mouth, Detective Ada, she is talking about business with the takeaway boy Qin. Gordon almost lost his balance, this voice doesn't sound like a business talk. He looked around, why are you standing there like an idiot? No work to do, right? After driving people away, he still knocked on the door, Ada, let's talk about it when we get home. After all, this is the police station. Ada Wong was confused. What does Gordon mean? She was so happy to be pressed that she opened the door in a daze, Gordon, I'll ask him to massage my shoulders. Gordon looked at Ada Wong's blushing face and smiled meaningfully, I mean, let's massage him when we get home. After all, this is working hours. After that, Gordon left. Ada Wong was furious. This was obviously a lack of trust. She wanted to chase him out to explain. Bang! She was so good at the massage that she tripped. Everyone laughed. Is it because her legs are weak? She's blushing and can't even walk steadily. I'm scared if I think too much. Ada Wong was crazy. The looks in her colleagues' eyes made her think that changing to another planet might be more suitable for her. She jumped up and said loudly, I'm just massaging. What are you imagining? Qin Yu also stood up, it's really just a massage, don't think about it the wrong way. He smiled and said to Ada Wong, well, baby, I'll get out of here first. Baby. The colleagues around her nodded secretly, sure enough. Ada Wong was stunned. Qin Yu was obviously doing it on purpose to make her look bad in the police station. Qin Yu, wait for me, you have to explain it to me. Qin Yu had already run away. When Ada Wong rushed out of the building, Qin Yu had already disappeared. A hole, I'll settle the score with you. Qin Yu touched the 3 checks in his pocket, thinking that he only had a few $100s in his pocket 2 days ago, and it was stolen. Qin Yu felt that he suddenly became rich. What should I do with the money? Go to the bank to deposit it first. No, I can't go there in vain, I have to deliver a takeaway to the bank. Chapter 25. Qin Yu thought he was extremely smart and felt that he had to take advantage of the bank. He quickly picked up a takeaway from a girl named Lisa, thinking, this girl can really handle such a spicy lunch. He rode a scooter to the bank and was blocked by a chubby security guard as soon as he entered the door. "Hey, delivery people, don't come in." Qin Yu raised his eyebrows. "How can you tell that I'm a delivery person?" The security guard pointed to the lunchbox in his hand, the yellow clothes on his body and the small motorcycle outside the door. "It's obvious." Qin Yu took out 3 checks and looked arrogant. "Look, I'm here to do business." The security guard looked greedy. $40,000. "Is this how much you make from delivering food now? Are you still short of people?" Qin Yu shook his head. "Forget it, someone like you, with a bad appearance and a lot of bad reviews, is working in vain." Qin Yu walked in and smiled at a pretty girl. "Is Lisa here?" "Your food is here." The girl looked at Qin Yu and her eyes lit up. "Wow, so handsome, I'm Lisa, thank you." Qin Yu smiled and asked, "Who do you think is handsome, the delivery person or me?" Lisa blushed. "It's definitely you, I know you, Qin. You're so awesome, you even managed to deal with the Archies. Do these guys want to compete with you? Dream on." Qin Yu waved his hand. "They asked for it." He handed over 3 checks. "Hurry up, cash these, $40,000. Lisa quickly took out the cash and gave it to Qin Yu. Then her face suddenly changed. "Qin, you're not here to send me in, are you? I didn't do anything bad." Lisa became more and more scared and started crying. "I made a girl cry just by delivering a takeaway and getting money." Qin Yu was confused. "Why is this girl so fragile? You haven't done anything bad, what are you afraid of?" Lisa cried even harder. "I picked up a wallet the day before yesterday and didn't turn it in." Everyone around looked over. "What's wrong? Why is Lisa crying?" "It seems that she is crying because of the handsome guy." "No, she may have been dumped by this handsome guy." "Nonsense, I guess this guy came to rob the bank and scared Lisa." Qin Yu patted Lisa and said gently, "Don't cry, I really just came to deliver food and withdraw some money." Lisa started crying again. "Alas, you are so handsome and so soft-hearted, it really makes people fall into it all at once." Qin Yu couldn't stand it anymore. Why is this woman so fond of crying? Crying at that time? It's really boring. Then I will be more fierce. Before Qin Yu had time to express his expression, Lisa's face changed drastically, and her eyes were full of tears again. Then other people in the bank started screaming. "Qin Yu bang! A gunshot!" Several guys wearing Joker masks rushed in. They had a clear division of labor. The fat security guard immediately raised his hands in surrender, lying on the ground obediently, muttering quietly, "Being a security guard is too damn dangerous, I might as well run a takeaway." A robber kicked him. "Shut up." The fat security guard didn't even dare to scream, and quickly covered his mouth. A burst of bullets shot at the ceiling. "Hands up, head down." A robber shouted and dragged the bank manager out. Another robber pointed his gun at Qin Yu and the others. "I like you guys being well behaved." Lisa rushed into Qin Yu's arms. "Woo, Qin, I'm scared." Several other female bank employees also came over and hugged Qin Yu. "Brother, we're scared too." Qin Yu smiled and said, "Don't be afraid, I think they're just here to rob money, they won't mess around." One of the robbers glanced at Qin Yu and said strangely, "Wow, there's such a handsome takeaway guy. You're lucky today, you witnessed a bank robbery, you can go to the bar to show off and pick up girls tonight." Qin Yu looked at the robber with the Joker mask and thought to himself, "This guy is not really a Joker, is he? A reward of 550,000. Isn't my luck too good?" Just then. Bang! With a loud bang, a robber was hit by a shotgun. The bank supervisor, a man with a ferocious face, shot wildly with a gun. "Do you know whose bank you are robbing? You don't even know how to write the word death." The robbers hid one after another. Qin Yu whispered to Lisa, "Is the boss of this bank a big boss?" Lisa whispered even more, "They are all local gangsters. I heard that the money is all made from drugs." Qin Yu's eyes lit up, which means that the bank is full of dirty money. Joker wants to rob the dirty money and use it to force the gangsters to work for him. He already has a plan in mind. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you're notified of future uploads. You can find the next parts in the playlist visible on the screen or on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.